doing it. If you're in the room, tap up the hearts. Give us some taps. Let's get them hearts up.
For some reason, hold on. You know what? I'm gonna shoot them out. I'm gonna shoot it out to the rest of the channels. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, because it's telling me to do that. All right, restream. All right.
It's actually kind of better. I had another sound somewhere.
All right. All right, we're shooting it out to all the platforms right now, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're watching us on Facebook, if you're watching us on YouTube, welcome. Welcome. All right, right now, as you can see, we're talking about Bad Bunny and Kid Rock and the halftime show. We got a lot more in store for the show today, but this is the main topic right now.
Well, you know what? In regards to the whole, I guess this will be a patriotic rivalry. You know, which direction is the people going? Are they going towards the red, white, and blue, or are they going towards the uh any flag matters or every flag matters objective? So what's his name? What's his name? Bunny?
Bad Bunny,
Bad Bunny. Bad
I
Bunny.
don't know.
So the thing is with, I mean, just for me about Bad Bunny is, number one, I never heard of him. I wouldn't even know who,
At all.
if Bad Bunny walked across and shook my hand. I wouldn't know who he was.
Look, when they first announced him, okay, I thought, you know who I really thought it was. You
Mm.
remember back in the day with the young lady that catch me outside. This shows you how disconnected I am. I thought that's who they were talking about when they were referring to Bad Bunny.
Oh,
The catch,
yeah. Catch me
the
outside.
catch me outside girl. I'm like, who is Bad Bunny? But hey,
Yeah, and then it's a dude. Not that there's a problem or anything, but
no,
you normally hear something like Bad Bunny, you think it's like some,
a female.
right.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly where my mind went. So I'm like, all right, it has to be her. But no,
But I mean, like, for one, all right, he's Latin American from my understanding, all right, which I have no problem with because United States is a melting pot. We have ethnicities from all across the world here. That's what makes it such a great country. But
exactly.
then he doesn't speak any English. I
That's
mean,
the main problem, man.
like
90% of your music is in Spanish. Like, come,
that's
how are we supposed to sit down and actually enjoy the show?
yeah, that's sort of a disconnect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So hold up, let's see what this does.
How are we going to actually be able to sit down? And I have nothing wrong with the Latino community, so let's not get that misconstrued
All
at
right, well,
all.
yeah,
Okay, I don't. You know what I'm saying, like, but I don't want to have to sit there and listen to something I don't understand. That's like if it was in Chinese or Swahili or
yeah,
Italian,
like.
it wouldn't matter because
y-
I don't
y-
understand the language, so it's not going to be entertaining to me.
You know what? When it comes down to something like the Super Bowl, all right, and I said earlier that saying we're a melting pot. We have all different type of ethnicities, but at the same time, the thing that brings us together is we have a common denominator. Saying a core denominator on how we represent the United States. All right, we all speak English, but not to say that there are songs out there that might be in a different language that everybody in the United States knows and loves. I don't know this guy at all, like
Yeah.
so.
Um, I, I couldn't tell you a name of one of his songs.
Nah, I couldn't. You know what I'm saying?
If
Like
if if you played a song, I wouldn't tell you. I wouldn't be able to tell you if it's his or not. I never heard anything from this man,
right.
and so
And,
I mean,
and that's what I'm saying. Like Kid Rock, I'm not saying that I listen to Kid Rock music
me
for
either.
real. I couldn't tell you one of his songs. Really, I couldn't. I couldn't tell you the name of Kid Rock's songs, but there is a familiarity about it that is like, okay,
I'm
Kid Rock's
familiar
gonna
with
be
Kid
up there,
Rock. Yes,
right?
even though I
Just like
can't quote any of his songs, but I'm familiar with him.
right, just like, well, who was on Super Bowl last year? Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
yeah.
even though you might not listen to hip hop, you know what I'm saying? That
And,
might
and
not be your
and
thing.
and there was a lot of individuals that were talking about Kendrick Lamar, and his lyrics and
But
the way he, puts his lyrics out there. They couldn't understand him, so they weren't
but it was
entertained.
in
But it
but
was still in English.
it was
But
in
and
English.
so look at the situation like this. Even though it was in English, they still couldn't understand him, so they weren't entertained. So
Right.
imagine you having a performer that's not even speaking English. Okay.
Well, you know what? At this point, if he's not even speaking English and he's singing, you know what I'm saying, in Spanish, then you really can't connect with the song because you don't know what he's singing about. He could be saying anything.
Anything.
He could be saying like, you know what I'm saying, we're bumbling idiots and we're gonna, you know what I'm saying? He could say
Yeah.
anything, you know what I'm saying? So now you're just riding off the rhythm of the beat, you know what I'm saying?
That's it.
Music and this, that, and the other. And even the music, if that's the case, it's not American music. Like Kendrick Lamar, even though you might have not agreed with whatever his stance was, because personally, I don't know what he was saying, and I really don't watch the Super Bowl, so like that. But the point being is, you have the understanding. Well, this is American music.
Yeah, yeah. And I understood what he was trying to convey.
Yeah,
All right.
but even outside that, you know, what I'm saying if you didn't, you understand that this is the hip hop part of America.
Right.
Before it might have been, you know, saying Shania Twain, it'd be like this is the country music, a part of America. You know what I'm saying? It might have been Guns N' Roses. This is the rock and roll part of America. And then, you know what I'm saying? All of the common denominator is they all just sing in English.
Right.
Now,
But
my man,
now
go
if
ahead.
go ahead, finish what you're gonna say. And
But
yeah,
yeah, but if my man came out and he was singing, you know what I'm saying, the Latin American part of America, but it's not in
yes.
English, then it's not the Latin American part of America now, is it?
Right. Well, if it was in English, then I think it would be a little bit more
That'd be a
acceptable.
difference. Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be
yeah,
different. That'd
yeah.
be
I
different.
agree. I
What's
agree.
what's their number one singer? What's her name? Celine?
Celine Dion.
No,
No,
not
no, no,
Celine.
no, Celine Dion. Selena Gomez. Is
Yeah,
it?
right,
Is it? Is
right.
that her? No, no, that's an
No, not
actor.
Celine. I think her name was Selena. Or
Selena something. Yeah.
yeah, Selena. But anyway, you know, she had got assassinated by her manager or something like that. But either way, she had English and she had Spanish songs. You know what I'm saying? Or she'll have a Spanish
Did
song that
she?
would yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah. She has some
because
English
you
songs.
got me on that one. I'm not familiar with Selena.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah, yeah. All her.
what's
I
her
don't think.
name in the chat, y'all? There's someone in the chat. What is her name? Her full name? Selena something. But I'm not familiar with any of her music. So,
I mean, I'm just saying, like
yeah,
there has to be a transition.
it does. There has
You
to
know what I'm
be.
saying? And, you know, I watched Kung Fu Theater, but that shit had it was dubbed over in English. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? That's what.
that's the only reason why it was entertaining.
Yeah.
If it
Other
was
than that, it
all
would have
in
been.
there,
It would have been pure
you'd have,
fast forward.
yeah, you'd have been
You couldn't
lost.
even do that.
Yeah,
If but when we was coming up, because you know what I'm saying that it came on TV.
right.
So, but I'm just saying though, yeah, it has to have you know what I'm saying a level of it has to have a level of communication amongst the masses
Hmm.
that is relevant to the masses.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, so
Hmm.
I don't know about this. So I you know, I want to see what's going to happen.
I, honestly, I want to see how many people actually go and watch compared to how many watch the alternative. Because there's an alternative show that's going to be airing the exact same time, with a whole different lineup. So let's see if
Yeah,
uh,
because you know what, people have a short attention span nowadays. It's
man,
more of a scrolling culture.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
so
yeah,
like back in the day was what did they call it? TV surfing or something like that. Yeah,
yes.
surfing channels, channel surfing or something.
Channel surfing, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So now it'll be the same thing. And so I don't know. I think they might go back and forth, but I really only think they're going to do that just to see when the game starts back on.
I,
How long is halftime?
I think half an hour, isn't it? Half an hour,
Okay,
halftime. I
okay.
believe. Don't quote me.
Yeah, so you know, we'll see. People will tune in just because of the controversy and to see, you know, what I'm saying how the show is going to be at. But you know, it depends. If you got something better to do,
Hmm. Hmm. But
people might just get
I'm
something to eat.
curious. I'm curious though to see if actually more people goes to Turning Point than actually the halftime show. Okay, because if they lose viewership, on the halftime show, that's going to be traumatic. That's going to be traumatic for their
I mean,
pockets.
is it? I mean, how much? Oh, wow, I see why. Because halftime is when all the commercials
All the
come on.
commercials come on. That's where they.
Yeah. See,
That's when.
that's
Yeah,
good.
that's when people drop millions for a
Yeah.
30-second clip.
Well, then I guess Kid Rock is doing his halftime show at Turning Point, right?
Right.
So I guess the real battle wouldn't be uh who tunes in where. It will be preemptive because now you're trying to get people to show their commercial during your halftime show.
If they're even going to have that, you know what I mean? If they're going to have all of that, I don't know.
I mean, if you're really trying to disrupt it and
You,
make it feel,
yeah.
that's the number one thing. That's how you get them
Hmm.
mad because they
Hmm.
stop money. Like so, like
Hmm.
I'm gonna say something like Pepsi or Coca Cola, whichever one it is. Um, Usually it has a commercial during halftime.
Hmm. Hmm.
All right. So
Hmm.
if they actually thought that, you know what I'm saying?
The turning
Like,
point even had a chance of taking,
right. And they wanted to show their, you know
yeah,
what I mean?
and
Then that
they,
will be a significant blow.
yes, it would
So
for
like
the
I'm like, does the viewers really matter or does it matter what the what do you call the sponsor
sponsor.
think the
That's it.
viewers will watch so they can see their commercial?
Hmm.
So
But
I
that,
think
yeah, yeah, I agree, and that is definitely a big factor. Sponsorship, man, and all with Chevy, Ford, Pepsi, you name it. All
mhm.
these different companies that try to get their little spotlight within
it's
that
a
time,
dis-
within that
it's a
time frame.
disruptive play.
Mhm.
You know what I
But I
mean?
think it's still going to be a disruptive play because people are not even going to be on that network to even see the commercial. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I don't know. We'll see. We will see. I'm
Well,
honestly, I'm rooting for Turning Point. I am rooting for Kid, Kid Rock and the rest of them. I forget exactly all who's there. Let me pull their image back up. I'm rooting for 'em.
you're rooting for them.
Yeah, yeah. I want this to be a success. I want the Turning Point
What
alternative.
what's what are we going to determine this to be a success? Like what do we? How will we determine it to be a success? So
For me, I think it will be a loss in viewership during that time. A loss in viewership, a drop in viewership during that
okay.
specific time.
You don't
That
think people will
bear
bad
through
funny,
it.
yeah, because they want to see the commercials.
Maybe, yeah, yeah. There are a few that will do that, and there are some that are waiting to see this show that are anticipating it, and then there's some like myself that
Mhm.
I can do without. But you know what I mean? We, that's what we're going to find out in the end.
Well,
We'll tally it all up, find out who's who.
the
How
game is with the Seattle Seahawks and the Patriots,
Patriots,
right?
yeah.
So we understand that
So
the Patriots has a significant following, and
and
I
Seahawks, yeah.
this
They're all going to be watching. That's a
right,
given. That's a
right,
given,
right,
right?
right. And like, all right, so you also got to look at the in to retrospect a lot of people when they go to these parties or they go to the pub that's going to play the
That's
game,
going to play the game. Yes,
right?
yes. They're not going
uh
to switch the channel to the
right,
Turning Point.
they're
Yes.
not, or if anything they'll have them both on at the same time.
if if now that's a big if, because now you can see that the controversy there. For those that don't want to see that and that are strictly for Bad Bunny.
Right, right. Hey, look, I'm gonna step out for a hot second. I'll be right back.
All right, all right. We're still trying to get this room filled up. Ladies and gentlemen, those that are still in the room, I appreciate you. We still got two people in the room. I appreciate you. All right, we're trying to still fill this room up. We're not going anywhere. We're going to be here for a while. We got a few more topics we want to talk about. The so-called racist video that was placed down on social media by True Social, Trump's official page. But there's a lot of controversy surrounding that, and I don't know. I got my own opinion, and I want to hear how you guys feel about it. And then we're going to talk a little bit about what's happening for our Wise's Walls and the rest of what's going on in Minnesota and the Somalians. I want to talk about this. All right, we got time. I got time today. So if you're still in the room, please show some love in here. We're trying to get this room packed. I want once this room gets filled up with about, I don't know, 10, 15 people, maybe. That I'm not asking for a lot. Then I'll open up the panel so we guys can discuss and talk amongst yourselves about what we're talking about here. Let me see who's still in the room. Drew, I see it. Drew's in the room. Appreciate you. Share this out, Drew. Find somebody that wants to come in here and talk about this. Because I'm going to definitely watch. I'm going to watch Turning Point's halftime show. That's just, it's a given. I'm sorry. I don't do Bad Bunny. I have nothing against him personally because I don't know the man. I just don't prefer his music or his stage performance. So I will be watching the All American halftime show. But let me pull up this image real quick. You know what? No, I'm not going to read through that because I don't know how TikTok is going to be. If I pull this image up of the Obamas, try to get me for racist nonsense. So, but we're going to talk about it though. This is the first time I've gone live since the takeover, the TikTok takeover. So by Oracle. So I don't know what to expect. I don't know what to expect. Whether the community guidelines are worse than they were before. They're super strict on whatever every word you say. I don't know. But we're gonna ride it out, y'all. Till the wheels fall off. We're waiting for Syer to get back. He went handle some business. But I'm gonna continue the ball rolling. I'm King Debonair, CEO of DNN Live. So welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're enjoying the stream so far, tap that screen. All right. Appreciate you.
All right, I apologize. I'm back.
Good, good, good. Talk to the people real quick while I grab some water.
All right. So Super Bowl's tomorrow. It's an occasion where we spend a lot of money for, uh, different type of accessories. Some people go all in. I don't know if you're a Seattle or Patriot fan. Here in Pittsburgh, we kind of do it big when it comes to the Steelers. So I'm assuming for the most part, uh, most people are going to set the stage similar. So that means, you're going to get all your snacks, things of that nature. You're going to watch the game and hope that your team is the one that comes out the victor. But it always comes down to the halftime show. The halftime show is the one glimmer of light that might be there for either side of the team, depending if you're winning or losing. That gives you that little edge of feeling good because when I was coming up, the Super Bowl halftime show had like the best commercials. So, that was a standard that America has become used to when it comes down to Sunday night football and the Super Bowl. So before, it used to be somewhat of not much of a spectacle as it is today. At the beginning, it was more of a band would play, and you know what I mean. And we had the Star Spangled Banner. We had the lady say the sing the Star Spangled Banner. We'll have the Rockets and things of that nature, and there'll be a band playing such and such. And then one year, a television series decided to run their show uh, parallel
Cool.
to the Super Bowl, and that show was In Living Color.
A living color. Well, I
Hmm.
missed it. I'm back. I'm back.
Right,
Hmm.
and In Living Color had actually was the first television series that actually thwarted the rating system when it came down to the Super Bowl. So what had happened? It was such a big, turmoil. They had to step up the ante, and the next year for the Super Bowl, they had to step up the ante. And the next year for the Super Bowl, they had to step up the ante. And the next year for the Super Bowl, they had to step up the ante. And the next year for the Super Bowl, they had to step up the ante. And the next year for the Super Bowl, they had to step up the ante. And the next year for the Super Bowl, they had to step up the ante. And the next year for the Super Bowl, they had to step up the ante. And the next year for the Super Bowl, they had to step up the ante. And the next year for the Super Bowl, they had to step up the ante. And the next year for the Super Bowl, they had to step up the ante. And the next year for the Super Bowl, they had to step up the ante. And the next year for the Super Bowl, they had to step up the ante. And the next year for the Super Bowl, they had to step up the ante. And the next year for the Super Bowl, they had to step up the ante. And the next year for the Super Bowl, they had to step up the ante. And the next year they had employed or actually, saying hired Michael
Michael
Jackson.
Jackson,
Right.
yeah.
He was the first, celebrity uh, appearance halftime show
Yep.
ever. And
Celebrity
from that,
performer. Yeah.
right. And that basically solidified, advertisement to make these commercials for the Super Bowl. It always has been that, but at this time when that sitcom show had disrupted the amount of people watching for these advertisements, that's when we started getting these, these musical onslaughts that's coming into Super Bowl. All right. And the
Hmm.
thing that it remains the same, like me and Debonair were saying, that even though the genre of music or entertainment that they had picked for the years of Super Bowl, it was always all American. And the thing that was common amongst them, whether it had been country, rock and roll, R&B, hip hop, it was always in English. So
Always.
everybody had an understanding of, even if that wasn't the ethnicity or the music that you listened to, it was still American music.
Hmm.
So when it comes down to this particular Super Bowl, the problem is this stands outside of what is considered the American thing and the American standard. And some people say that you can speak whatever language you want. It's freedom of speech. I'm saying it's the United States of America, and this is true. But at the same time, the whole key is united we stand, divided we fall. And when you start separating language, that like saying causes a division and a level of uncomfortability amongst the people who are supposed to be joined together, because now they really don't have a common denominator to link them together. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. And most of the time, and that's what's causing most of the controversy right now. Okay. Along with, his stage performance is very, very provocative. The lifestyle that he chooses is it's not a lifestyle that a lot of us decide to choose or want to watch. And then the fact that the Super Bowl is a family oriented audience. Okay, this is for children as well, and his performance it's not for children.
I don't know anything about Bad Bunny, like absolutely nothing about him.
I don't know anything about it. I didn't until they said he was going to perform. Then I started researching him and checking
Hmm.
out some of his performances, and it's very provocative. And I would say there is a lot of demonic entities, in his performance.
Hmm.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I might
So
just do some research on him, because the only thing I know, he was just like Latin and he was supposed to sing it in Spanish, and I was like, that doesn't make any sense. And
yeah.
didn't he, wasn't he at some type of Emmy, or was it the
Oh,
Grammys or something?
yeah, 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 yeah. He's been
But
nominated.
he said his whole speech in Spanish.
Oh, right, right, right. But
Uh,
that's not my biggest dilemma with him. Like I said, I told you guys. So that's my problem. I don't feel that this type of performer should be performing for American children, American audience, because the Super Bowl is designed for American families.
mhm.
That's as wholesome as apple pie, man. That's the American. I mean, baseball, football. I mean, that's the American thing.
Hmm.
And
Well, like, do you have any type of because I'm trying to think, like, what I'm saying, well, because you sound very strong about his performance. Now I want to look
yeah,
him up.
yeah, yeah. And I really wish I had pulled some videos of him. Like,
Mm.
for
Like,
those that know,
can you
they
get some
know.
type of description? Like, what was popping?
Um, it's almost like a cult type thing. So called like I had seen one scene, one particular performance where he was dancing amongst these individuals that were dressed like skeletons, and they
Okay.
were in these dark outfits, and it was just looks like a cult type thing, and I'm trying to use my words carefully because I don't want to
Right.
sound offensive and try to get this live stream blocked, but but yeah, man, I just don't, I don't feel his performance is appropriate for
So
children.
what was the one little brother who was dancing with the demons in his joints. And
Oh yeah,
what was his name?
the
Lil,
rapper,
yeah,
Lil Uzi Vert, Lil Uzi.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Is it that? Is it like that?
yeah, worse, worse,
No,
worse,
can't
wor-
be.
worse,
Are you
worse.
serious?
Yeah,
You
it's
can't.
worse.
Nah, you made that up.
Yeah, I'm
I think I
serious.
don't think you.
And, I think Lil Uzi Vert is right in the same category with him. Yes, honestly, man. Like they're yeah, and I believe his performance is worse than Lil Uzi. That's just my opinion. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, in the chat. Yeah, let me know.
Yeah. Do you think little? Who are we talking about? Bad Bunny. Do you think Bad Bunny videos are entirely inappropriate in order to be representing halftime?
The,
Now, I personally
the
haven't seen them.
American
Yeah,
halftime
you know
performance.
what? And if you do, put the name of the song in the comments so I can look it up.
Yeah,
Bad Bunny. We got some old
man,
wave y'all video official. What is this about?
you could just look up Bad Bunny videos. You know his performances, prior performances,
I'm
man.
looking. I'm
Yeah,
pulled up one of his videos now. I'm trying to take a look, a
telling
gander at it.
you. And it's Atlanta. I mean, it, and I'm not trying to slander his, his personal preferences,
It's
but
personal.
yeah,
Let
yeah.
me see this. All right, I got some dude walking on some snow.
I'm not cool. Be
Dude,
careful because there's a lot of AI videos out there, so you may be
no,
misled.
this says Bad Bunny, Nuevo Yo official video.
Okay, okay.
All right, the mood is like Latin. I don't know, salsa, which I'm a fan of.
Oh yeah, I don't have a problem with it. I enjoy the music, even though sometimes I don't understand what they're
Rosalia.
saying.
My daughter just showed me a name. Like, see, this is all in Spanish. So I don't know what it's talking about.
It's all in Spanish.
Or the video I'm looking at.
Okay, yeah. 90% of his music in Spanish. I've
At this point, doesn't look
heard
bad.
him.
Looks like a wedding of some sort.
I've never heard him sing in English ever. Heard him try to talk in broken English, but yeah, that's it. So hopefully, he practices English, and is going to do some of his songs in English. But
Mm-hmm.
but I don't see that happening. I really don't. But I'll be surprised if he does. We'll see.
Hmm.
Top legend.
All right.
I'm trying to share this stream out. Try to get some
Well,
more
this
people.
particular Nueva Yol, I don't see anything negative with this. It's hold up. Uh-oh. My daughter's passing me information. This just whoa. What the hold up.
Oh yeah, she done gave you the
What is this? I thought it was kids.
What did she give you?
She gave me the translated lyrics to Safaria. I think that's the name of the song. And it's very explicit. Yeah, a lot of phalluses and grabbing and
Yeah.
ducking
Yeah.
without the feathers. Cause this is not. I mean, whoa.
Yeah. Now you seeing.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? That's way too explicit, man. And I hope he tones down all the rhetoric.
Well, I'm pretty sure that he's not going to be singing this type of I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you don't know what to expect. And then on top of it,
This is what he sings.
I hope he doesn't come in there with some of that political rhetoric.
That's what I'm saying. I could be saying some old crazy stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, it's suspect.
I'm definitely going to be looking for that particular song. What's the name of that again? Safaria. Safario, something like that.
And the lyrics are crazy, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, I can just imagine.
But you know,
I can just imagine.
I see what they call him Bad Bunny.
Yeah, why is that? I never knew why. What's so bad about him?
These lyrics. Terrible.
Obviously, not to mention, his attire. The whole thing is a mess. Let me find some more images and pull up here.
Yo, my man, I'm listening to it right now. You have no idea. You would not even know that this song is saying what it says.
Yeah. But in Spanish, you have no clue what he's talking about. But he's talking about some outlandish stuff, huh? See? Come on, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. But they cool with that, though. You know what I'm saying? Left side love it. They can't wait for this.
Hold up. I just changed up on me. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you won't know what this man's gonna be saying on stage.
No.
Because the what I read and what I just heard, one sounds happy go lucky, the other one was like perverted and inappropriate.
Very inappropriate. See, I know.
Some of the bunks they wanted to suck off the cast, yeah, stuff like that.
Oh my God, yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about, man. And you want this dude to perform for children?
And see, this is my point. Because you never heard of him, you will never know.
No, yeah. But until it's plastered all in your face, right in the middle of your living room.
You know what? I'm sure it's some type of ritual. And they do that during the Super Bowl and these large events because you have the most amount of viewers. Then you pull somebody up that they're really not familiar with, so they're not really going to know the background and things they say, and he can say whatever.
And
the language. You know what I'm saying? And the way the music is produced, if you outside, if you know, saying of knowing, it just sounds like some regular Latin music. You know what I'm saying? But he's telling all this crazy stuff. So,
over there casting spells.
Maybe we say anything, dog. You wouldn't even know.
Yeah. And that's facts, man. No cap. You don't know. Right. But you sitting around.
Because that would be like Lil Uzi Vert, right? The one who did the little joint. Is that the one that with the shoes out of blood or something like that?
Oh no. That's the what's his name? They did the little town road.
Yeah, him.
Yeah.
Him.
I forget his name, man.
Yeah, him, my man. So
yeah, he's lost it. You know what I mean?
But my point being is you know exactly if they was like, yeah, he's doing a halftime show, they'll be like, yo, man, come on.
You know what to expect from him.
Yeah, exactly.
He was twerking on the devil.
Exactly. So the people would tune out at halftime because they know what he's about. You feel me?
Lil Nas X. Yeah, that's his
Yeah,
name.
Nas X. Yeah, they would tune out at halftime because he's like, oh, he's over the top. You know what I'm saying? So I'll go look at something else. But if you bring this dude in, and if he has the same type of mentality, but in a different type of language that you
Mm,
can't actually spell, no matter
mm,
what.
same, yes.
Yeah, and you can't really
Yes.
even like, you know what I'm saying? You would just leave it on because it's singing, it's communicating to you in a language that you don't know. So you'll just let the
Mhm,
music still play. You'll go
mhm,
make your little, you know what I'm saying, hot dogs and pigs in a blanket and chips and
mhm,
dips and stuff like that. Why that the whole
mhm.
thing, you know what I'm saying? Less resistance.
And meanwhile, this music is blaring throughout your house.
Right.
Mhm,
Mhm.
mhm.
Yeah. Well, from my understanding, they saying the whole stuff is scripted anyway.
Yeah, I believe it. I
So
believe it.
it's part of the show.
And I'm
Well,
waiting to
well,
see if they allow him, to spew his political rhetoric, the same rhetoric that he was spewing at the Grammys.
oh, of course he's gonna say something. They always say
Uh,
something. You know what I
that's
mean?
going to be a problem.
So
That's
what?
going
I
to be
mean,
a
not
problem
really.
because people are going to be
Did your
upset,
boy? Now
especially
listen,
for the. Go ahead.
I didn't watch the halftime show last year.
I didn't either. I didn't watch it in its entirety. I watched
Right.
clips of it on social media. But
Did
go
your
ahead.
boy say something political?
I don't.
Did he stop and say something?
No, not that I can remember. That really sticks out right now. And if he did, people didn't even understand him because what I'm saying, the way he raps is like it's hard to really understand every word unless you know the song.
No, I'm saying did he top and be like, "This is out here for such and such a."
No, no,
No.
no, no. It was none of that. No, no. I mean,
Hey,
no.
Beck, yes, could you pick me up a pack? Yeah.
I'm trying to. You know what? I'm about to switch this room to a panel in a minute here.
Say that again.
I said I was about to switch this room to a panel. You know what I'm saying? As soon as we get some people up in here, get this liven it up a little bit. I want to hear some other point of views. Not,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? How people think. I want to. I see BB in the room. What you think, BB? What you watching? You watching the halftime show, or you turning the turning point? Let me know. Thirsty. So right now we're streaming on Facebook and YouTube. For those that are chiming in over on YouTube, thank you for watching. You see what we're talking about. I apologize for the portrait mode right now because we were live streaming on TikTok only, but I decided to broaden this out so more people can get in on the conversation. For those watching us on Facebook, thank you for tuning in. Hit that like button. You can also contribute to the podcast financially if you choose to. We have Sire Almond, special guest host in the room, breaking down the analysis on the Super Bowl. All right, the
Big
Bad
shout out to
Bunny
everybody.
and Kid Rock. Shout out to Patricia Ann, the number one viewer in the room. Appreciate the love. BB in the room showing love. Appreciate it. Oh, don't be afraid to hit that follow button either. Sorry, I'm gonna put your link in the in the chat. So you can go follow Sayer.
All right, that's what's up. He pack him in though. I'm looking at his videos. Actually, I'm looking at his concert.
Okay. Oh yeah, he got millions of followers, fans. That's for sure. He's been winning Grammys left and right, and awards. Yeah, that's why he's gotten to that the notoriety that he's at now. But
A lot of his music is samples though.
is it?
Well, I'm listening to him on stage, pump grinding, but in the music in the background, I hear Missy Elliott. Bum 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 bum. People, let's get it now. Example that holla.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No. It's unsettling to me.
I mean, you know what? What's the real reason behind bringing Bad Bunny? Like, who makes these decisions? How do they come up with who's going to be and what?
I believe Roger Goodell and Jay-Z, were behind this. And Jay-Z's name is already being dragged through the mud right now.
The dirt.
So
Yeah.
like the whole deal with the NFL to me was a shambles. I mean, when he came in there right in the midst of Kaepernick's situation, when he decided to take the knee in there, with all the controversy was still stirring up about that, he decides he wants to come in there and just put a stop to all of that. Enough's enough. I mean, we need to get back to his bag. Not there was no resolution, like either helping Kaepernick, saving his job, or coming to a resolution of why he was taking the knee. He just came in and said, "All right, let's just brush that to the side. I'm here. I'm ready to make this money. Let's make a deal."
No, that's how he got to the top. I mean,
yeah. I mean, straight cutthroat.
That's what he did to Dash, Damon Dash, and whatnot. He played all them boys, man.
And the
Him and
fact
Diddy is like the same but opposite.
The fact that no one even realized that and acknowledged that, it bothers me. Like Kaepernick is still out of it. Well, he's kind of employed, but still, he ran through the mud for standing up for what he believed in. And then this clown comes right in and stomps on all of that. All right,
Well,
let's continue on. Nothing, we're not getting anywhere. So your resolution to the whole situation was, let me bring in some of these artists, so I can line my pocket.
so what do you mean?
To the
I'm making
halftime
it
show.
to this situation. I said I'm making it to this situation. So explain it to me. What exactly happened? What did Jay-Z do?
There was a little slight controversy with the NFL, but the band back in the day, man, when Kaepernick took his knee, and they were, and it was a big holdup on it. They weren't performing, they weren't doing anything, and then Jay-Z comes in and puts, he says, pushes Kaepernick's issue to the side.
So what do you mean he comes in? Like what?
Yeah. He basically he came in as if he was going to be a peacemaker to figure out a resolution or what's. And
Okay.
his resolution was, let's just push Kaepernick to the side and let's concentrate on this new halftime show I'm creating.
Oh, okay.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like, all right, enough of him right now. and what he's standing for right now. Okay, let's get this halftime show up and running. I need to make this bag.
Okay.
And that's what I got from the whole thing. And to this day, he's still been, raking it in. doing people dirty. And I love how, and I apologize, y'all, how we've, you know, switched to another topic, but I love how Nicki Minaj has come out and starting to air out all the nonsense. You know what I'm saying, that she knows. You know, and the things that have been said over the years that no one pays attention to. And then finally, she's come out and clarified all the things that people were hearing and thinking about this individual. Now, all this is alleged, so I don't want to, I don't want any
Allegedly.
alleged,
Allegedly.
because I mean, it's facts that he was in the files. All right, that's facts. Him and Pusha T's names are in the Epstein file, but all the
Him and
rest,
Pusha T.
yeah. But
Now, the names in the Epstein file. Okay.
mhm.
So what does that mean?
he was involved in some craziness.
I mean, I don't know because
Yeah. He was involved in some craziness, man. So I mean, I could go into detail from what the Epstein files said, but I don't want
he
to do
said
that.
what? He said
You
he was
know,
involved with the Craigslist.
yeah, he was involved in it, man. So him and Pusha
Mm-mm.
back in the day when he was young.
Okay. Okay.
When he was young.
Oh no. I
This
guess
is
a
this is
predator.
the
Man, that's funny.
Hey. 50 Cent
Wow.
dropped this on his Instagram, man.
Oh
Yeah.
snap! All right, so look. Mm. Do you think your boy is gonna be able to like diddy his way out of this one?
Right?
Diddy did some magical stuff, man.
He definitely did. Yes, he did. Yes, he
He
did.
did some Abby. He did a wizard battle. He was like, "Yo, that's Starion." He was like, "Baby, we'll toy lesson." Like real talk. He fought that. He didn't snitch. He didn't come up nothing. He was like, "No, we gonna rumble this."
Yes, he did.
I was
Yes,
like, we
he
give you 4 minutes in the timeout box. He was like, I'm cool with that. Is Jay-Z gonna be able to pull this one off?
I don't know. He got a lot of money though. You know what I mean?
Hey man, listen.
That might be the deciding factor right there.
I seen a lot of moms with a lot of money that didn't do well.
It didn't do well.
Yeah, so
But the ones that got a lot of money that know they normally just
nah, man,
vanish.
listen, yo, real talk.
Like your boy Russell. They disappeared.
Yeah. That ain't
Go to Dubai.
Like vanish.
That's what he gonna probably have to do. Him and Beyonce gonna move to Dubai.
Man, Beyonce, yo. Oh, poor Beyonce.
Come on,
what are women gonna do?
But you look at, if you look at Beyonce,
Queen Bee what are they gonna do?
Man, now think about this though. All right, let me put this on your being real quick. Beyonce, when you knew Beyonce, or knew of Beyonce back in the day, you know her being a good, wholesome, church-going young lady, correct?
That's what they said.
Okay, from what we know, we don't know this woman personally.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No one really does.
But she had a mommy and daddy.
Yeah, and from what we have seen, okay, from her so-called interviews, and she was a church-going woman. She went to church. She was raised in the church. She gets with Jay-Z. Now she is a witch. now she is praising witches. You know what I'm saying? This God, I forget the name of it. This I know y'all know in the chat, but now she's praising witches. She's a witch. She's doing witchery. She's a
No, wait a minute. Stop.
yeah, bro.
Hold on, man. We talking about the golden bee herself. And what do you mean? We talking
The
about
queen
Beyonce,
bee.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Not the one who's anointed with the golden fleece. Are you serious? You ain't talking about Beyonce.
Yeah. That
She's the
Beyonce.
best. She's supposed to be the next best thing since Whitney.
Now she got an alter ego, you know what I'm saying, that comes out of her on stage, you know what I mean, invoked by
Now,
this demon that she follows.
this is speculation.
Yeah. Well, but now wait, she's publicly
Where we getting this information
acknowledged this from her. She's
She
publicly
said that.
acknowledged it. Yes. Publicly
She said,
acknowledged
"I follow
this,
Spartum MC."
whoever this woman is, some type of spiritual goddess. I forget her name, but yeah. Her and her sister are both following this. Solange.
Her sisters is into it too.
Yeah. They into it. They into the wickery. So so I'm looking at it like this, man. He turned her out. He had brought his beliefs and brought them upon her and changed her whole life.
Wait. You said his beliefs.
Yeah.
So
Because
he always worshipped Stardom MC.
man, when his father was a preacher,
Okay.
and for some reason I don't know that
God fearing.
turned him against preachers.
That usually happens.
So I mean, from that point on, when he calls himself Jehovah, that's a play on Jesus, Jehovah. You know what I'm saying? So he's calling himself Jehovah, like God. You know what I mean? People like really realize that and understand what he's trying to say. In one of his most popular songs, what that Empire of the State, that New York, in there he got lyrics in there saying,
well,
yeah. And if you read the lyrics, he literally says, Jesus can't save you. So, I mean,
blasphemy.
Yeah, man. What else do you need to know, man? This man is clearly telling you who he follows and who he doesn't. You know what I mean? So that's all I'm saying. So to believe what we're hearing through, through the grapevine about these files, it's not hard for me to believe it. And then when you go back in time and look at him and Aaliyah.
Well, you know what?
She was 16.
The more I hear about, but you know what?
16.
I get it.
16, dog. I mean, still 16, dog. Yeah, I mean that's not legal age.
How old was he? 22.
Yeah, he was older than he was definitely of age. I don't know exactly how old he was. So
all right, I'm about to play the devil's advocate on this one. All right,
pull it out.
Back then,
it was acceptable.
That was the norm.
But that was the problem. We were allowed that to be acceptable back then.
Listen. You can't change the past, though. I mean, we all was in high school. You know what I'm saying? And if you was, you know what I'm saying, wanted to be with the chick that was the topest chick in the school, her boyfriend always had already graduated. He was pulling up in the car. You were still riding the bus. So this was standard. You feel me? And you can't really just blame dude. You got to blame the girl because she wanted that lifestyle. She wanted to do with the car. She wanted to do that could actually buy her stuff because, he had a job.
Which they are as equally blamed. But
wait. Before you go into that, hold on. And you got to look at where you living at, too. In the middle of New York, and you seeing like regular hood dudes on the average, and then you see the set that's actually coming up.
Right.
Feel me?
Oh, they're gonna gravitate toward them.
Right.
I fully understand the whole game. Believe me, we grew up in that. But was it right? Was it right? Was it ethically moral? No.
I mean, you can't really say it wasn't because it was the norm.
Yeah, but if you look at it now in today's standards,
Mm-mm. Can't look at it today's
look
standards
at it
because today's different. I mean,
because
actually, no. So look, let me. This is what I'm saying.
I hear you. I hear you.
Today's standards is crap. All right.
On some perspectives.
Nah, look.
On some
They
perspectives.
listen.
I don't like a
There's
lot
a
of
standard because look. This is what I'm saying. We quick to point out Jay-Z and stuff like that. Like, Elvis Presley, Priscilla Presley, same thing, 16. What's the one? Great Balls of Fire. He married his cousin. She was 13. You know what I'm saying? All their stars and all their bad people did the same exact thing, and they
yeah,
don't bat an eye. Don't
yeah.
bat an eye. You
Which
know what
is
I'm saying?
true. Which is
So,
true.
and then for the most part, the average person back then, even up to now, I'll even say now, if they had the ability to have their daughter and somebody who was famous, had some money, you know what I'm saying, was courting her, this, that, and the other, they'd be cool with it.
And that's the problem.
It's just the facts, not even a problem. It's just the fact. It's that's never going to change.
The
It's
fact
never going
that
to change. It's
the
never going to
fact
change, dog.
the fact that they're okay with, literally, selling their children out is
No, I'm
is
not
the
saying
problem.
that. I'm not
That's the
saying
problem.
that.
Just
Look, first
because
of all, the
it's
problem is you're 16-year-old allowed to have a boyfriend in the first place. That's a problem.
there's a lot of red flags. A
Yeah,
lot of red flags.
that's my point. So
Yeah,
I
I mean,
can't.
like, so
I can't.
I look at it as being immoral all the way around, even back then. But it was acceptable,
Mm.
and which was the problem. That's why R. Kelly got away with what he did for so long.
Well, you know what, R. Kelly.
And then, like you mentioned, a lot of like Elvis Presley, like
Uh, there's a rack of them, dog. There's a rack.
there's a rack of them. I can name a
Yeah,
lot of
almost all of them.
that
Almost all of them, dog.
have got
Almost all of them.
over the years. He's gotten away with it. So now it's time.
But I'm saying,
Hold
like,
on,
look,
we're connecting your chat. Hold on. I'm getting some red flags in here. Oh, I gotta watch what I say. Hold on. Okay. All right, we're good. We're good. We still up. So I'm feeling like there's a lot of red flags, man. And I really think that we should just look at all of them, not just Jay-Z, all of them, all of them. If we're going to point out Jay-Z, we're going to point out all R. Kelly. Let's point out them all. Every single last one of them. Let's pull out the archives. If we're
well,
going
R.
to do all
Kelly's in
that.
jail.
Yeah. But I'm saying, he's already been prosecuted.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
if we're going to go after the R. Kellys, we're going to go after the Jay-Z's.
But see, this is the thing, though. You can't. And listen, this is listen. The ways our laws are set up, they thought about this a long time ago. That's why they came up with this thing called statutes of
Statute of
limitations.
limitations.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
So
I'm
that's why I'm like,
familiar
you
with
can't
it.
even look back then. You know what I'm saying? If you want to talk about now, cool. So even though, let's talk about now. Let's talk about now.
Mhm.
All right. Look at the condition and the mental state,
Status of America right now.
not even America, but just the young women.
Yeah, the young women in America.
14, 15,
Yeah,
16.
it's out of control. Yeah.
Yeah, 304th century, dog. So, like, how can I even be mad at a man who has gotten a young girl who say she's 16, maybe she's 17, but she's already had like 3 or 4 different partners?
hmm
How am I looking at you as if you're spoiling this child? She's already passed the
No.
board.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the way they make it sound as if this is just a little girl sitting on a rock by herself eating porridge. Nah, man, 9 times of these, she's 10.
She was out here in these streets. Yeah.
Yeah, they're already active, so I can't even use that against these people. You
Mhm.
feel me? Well, you should know better, but he can smash it, but you can't. Like, come on, man, stop that.
But
Stop.
either way it goes, I
Stop.
still feel like if you're of age, you should still know better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that works on both sides of the fence. That's my point.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like, once you cross over and you're young, and this is just in my opinion, I can no longer view you as like an innocent bystander when it comes
Right.
to this scenario.
N-
Now,
at all. I agree.
yeah, and
Because
that's how they do.
there's so many of these young ones out here that act like they 50, 60 or 30 years old,
Mhm.
and they 12, 13. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They drinking, they
I know.
smoking.
Yeah.
They out here fornicating. I mean,
yeah.
and then when everything get messed up, they like, oh, they crying wolf. Like, come on, man, stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Yeah.
I agree, bro. I agree.
I don't want to hear that.
But then,
Because-
all right, then that goes back to what?
What?
That goes back to the parents. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Go back to the parents. The parents,
Right. So you can't blame the wolf for being a wolf.
You raised this little monster. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You can't blame the wolf for being a wolf, man. You know, I'm gonna put a slab of meat in front of this wolf and punish it
because he ate it. Yeah. I mean, I can see it in that perspective as well. You know what I mean? But you know,
Lord, man.
I still feel like, you know, he should come up with some type of punishment for this man. He can't go scot-free, bro. Yeah,
Punishment for what?
Yeah.
What did he do again? What are you in trouble for? Oh, the Epstein joint?
Yeah.
All right, so check it out. That's different.
Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah.
Because my understanding, them kids was innocent.
The Epstein thing, man, from what allegedly, all right, him and Pusha T were involved in I'm trying to figure the right word, you know, one of them choo-choo. Yeah, I'm trying not to be, you know, explicit.
I got the picture though.
You know what I'm talking about? Right. Okay.
Oh man, yeah, he's going down like Chinatown. He's going to the center of the earth, dog. It's over. Let's see him do. I want to see his magic. I want to see his God perform. Hold on.
What we got? We got. Excuse me. Get some water. All right. We've been on here, man, for about an hour and a half. So, you know, I'm enjoying the conversation. Sire had to take a little phone break, but I appreciate those that are still in the room. Let me see who's up in here. Throw some shout outs. Nikki Wolf.
My blood.
You good. Nikki Wolf jumped in the room. Welcome to the stream. All right. As you can see, we're talking about Jay-Z.
The Predator movie.
Yeah.
The new Jay-Z Predator movie we about to watch. We're gonna watch the whole thing. And look, it ain't an hour and a half. It's gonna be like 6 months long, yo. We just got done watching the Batman Diddler movie. Now we go into the Jay-Z Predator, dog.
Jay-Z Predator.
Dope. Yeah. Unfortunately, Danny Glover's not gonna be in this one. Nor Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Right. But this is the director's cut.
Right. Real talk. This is gonna be uncensored, yo. Co-starring Beyonce, Damsel in Distress. This dude came around a quarter life. Yeah, so
hey,
and tell us if you're gonna be tuning into this movie because we want to know
let us
what
know
your
in the
reaction.
comments if you're gonna be tuning in. Yes, because I believe
yes, and it's gonna be starring Jay-Z as the Predator, along with his co-signed Predator Pusher T, and no pun on the name, but hopefully it stands up to the case. It's gonna be a wild ride, y'all.
It's gonna be
a wild ride. So Patricia's in the house. Patricia, you got something? You gonna watch this movie? This movie's gonna be off the chain. It's gonna be off the chain. Nope. Nikki Wolf had just joined. What's up, Nikki? So Nikki, you gonna be watching the Jay-Z Predator movie coming out, starring Jay-Z, Beyonce, Pusha T, and a bunch of other co-stars that we don't even know about. Yeah,
right. Special guest stars.
Yeah, this is gonna be cram jam packed. Gonna be your favorite shit. Y'all thought the OJ trial was dope. I was just
nothing on this.
Trimming. I was preparing you for this. You know what I mean? Not to mention all the politicians that's going to be showing up.
Man.
But it's funny though, right? Real talk. Out of all these names on this this Epstein list, where are all the politicians at? Why are we just hearing about Jay-Z?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Where everybody at? There are all the other names that are on this plastered all over.
Yeah, all of a sudden Epstein's best friends was all black people and shit. Like, come on, yo.
And you know what? Bill Gates.
Yeah.
He's the number one, bro, that I really want, you know, to come up. Now I want them to bring him to justice, man, because he has been lying and
I know he was getting loose at Epstein.
Decades, man. You know, in an email, he acquired or he got an STD.
Oh no!
Allegedly, all right. Allegedly from a Russian individual. All right. He asked Epstein to help him out. Man, could you help me out, please, man? I need some medication. I need some medication, please. And could you give me something for Melinda? All right, because his wife.
No, she was the one that caught on to it.
From the email, she didn't know.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he knew he had, so he was like, oh no, I gotta go give her some medicine before she find out.
He should have took one of his vaccines, yo. Ain't he the medicine man? So he should have took one of his pokes, yo. He should have mastered that by now.
So for real, allegedly, he went and secretly medicated her because
Bill, wife?
Yeah, because he infected her with it, whatever it was.
Okay.
So you know, I mean, instead of telling her that, I was out here doing what I'm doing, dirt, and I brought it home, he decided.
This is why she got a divorce.
Secretly, medicate her. You know what I'm saying? Go on about his business.
Made her some eggs. Sprinkled that joint. Here, honey, I made you breakfast. You know what I'm saying?
Breakfast?
I'm gonna be making breakfast for you all week. Because you're just so beautiful. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on this eggs Benedict. I need you to try to perfect this, yo. Eat it. Just eat it, please.
I'm not hungry. Come on, man. You need to eat this.
Yeah. Try it.
Why you want to make me eat these? I'm not hungry, Bill.
Drink this. I made you a shake. Crack that, mixing it up.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, he should use one of his vaccines, yo.
Come on, bro. Yo, like that's ridiculous.
Yeah, he's supposed to be Bill Gates. He's supposed to have elixirs ready for shit like that, yo. You got all this other stuff, you know what I'm saying? Dragonfly cures and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? A hen of frog's eye, putting all these vaccines together. Yeah, you could have had something whipped up for that a long time ago.
Already.
Straight up. You should have had a whole elixir. You're like, wow, man, what you get? What did you give me? Oh, don't worry about it. That's just done.
Yep.
I prepared for this over years. Oh man, he didn't use the vaccine. That's crazy.
And that's just why she divorced his ass. Man. I honestly believe that was the catalyst for the divorce.
Yeah. You listen, man. First of all, she looked like a dude anyway.
Oh my God, she looked like what's her name? Jenner. She looks like Jenner.
Yeah, she does. She looked like she could be his brother.
Yeah, she look. Yeah, she does.
She got a strong jaw, yo.
Oh my goodness.
Her jaw's more square than Roblox, dog. Like I was like, damn. It was this chick. Well, that's Bill. He was all sitting there all meek, like he was Like he was melting in his shirt. She was standing there all brawny and whatnot. I was like, damn, she looked like she just got that chopped down a tree. Dusted off her lumberjack jacket. Like, let's take this picture, Bill. Sit down, boy.
Sit down.
Yes, dear. Yes, dear. Dear, by the way, are you hungry? I have these eggs for you. Yeah, because I need my protein. Put it in my shake. Yes, dear. You want the whey or the ultra fat? Give me the whey, Bill. Break it off. Yes, dear. Bill, why's my jock itch?
Yo, I can't, man. I can't. I can't, man.
I'm just saying.
Why's my
man.
jock itch, Bill?
Yo, a lot of as I get older, I'm looking at these politicians and rich people's women. They be looking manly to the mothers, like
Manly.
bulky. Like, yo, I gotta give it to your boy Trump. Listen, this woman look like a woman.
Yeah. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yes. The rest of these dudes be strong jawed and whatnot. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
And the more I go back, the old president pictures, they women be looking like dudes too. They be looking rough, but I be giving it to the time. You know what I'm saying? The time, it was a rougher time.
Yeah, it was a rough time back then. You know what I'm saying? The women had it a little harder back then.
Not them though. They was the rich ones. They didn't have shit hard, They had maids and everything. You should be looking like that, woman. Yeah, it's bigger than mine. It was sad shoe you wear again. 11s. You never see a woman up there 11. It runs in the family. But yeah, your boy Jay-Z.
Man, Jay. Yeah, man. We will definitely be tuned into the Predator extended movie.
Right. So, hey, listen. I wonder if that dude still want to be his son.
Oh, yeah. He's still out here. He's still out here claiming that. Yeah.
He need to denounce his dad at this point.
Yeah. And if you think about that situation as well, his mom was another little young groupie out there. You know what I mean?
So, that's what I'm saying. You should have kept that to yourself, bro.
I mean, why do you even want to be recognized as this man's child? I would be ashamed to be this man's, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, now,
for real.
Back then, he was looking for some dust. Listen, this is what people don't understand, man. These celebrities are regular people. And a lot of them are corny, for real.
What do you mean? A lot of them? All of them corny?
Nah, some of them is cool. You know what I'm saying?
And who? All right. I'm lying. All right.
Yeah, some of them is cool, man. Like, you see them in their little personal world, you be like, oh, man, I can hang out with him.
Yeah.
But a lot of them is weird.
Corny.
Yeah, a lot of them is weird and corny. Like, I could see Jay-Z being one of those weirdos.
Yeah, absolutely. The type, man, that didn't get along. It wasn't the popular kid, okay, was probably clowned in school.
No, I mean, come on now. That. Nas made that clear in Ether.
Yes. You know what I mean?
He made that quite clear.
He made a little name for himself. Now he feel like he's something, man, because he was always clowning, you know what I mean, back in high school and as a child. Yeah. I know they were talking about his lips. I know.
You know what?
Talking about this man's. Come on, my kids were brutal back in the day.
We all got bullies.
Brutal.
Sometime, somewhere.
We all got ripped on back then.
Yeah, we all did, man. But like some people moved towards the fame, and that was their way out of that. And I think like Jay-Z, if he didn't have like this musical social status that we connect him to, he looks to me like an introvert. You feel me? Yeah. He looks like the dudes that was like kind of, he was corny and really couldn't get in. Like they would, we'll tolerate you for a certain time of being such and such because you in you part of the neighborhood, you just become part of that. You know what I'm saying? But he doesn't seem like he would have been that boss dude or that dude that people like admired outside if he didn't have this rap joint. And you could tell that because he's really not that creative. A lot of his music is just bitten, dog. It's just bitten.
90% of his music, man, is lyrics that he regurgitated from somebody else's.
Right. Yeah. Just, you know what I'm saying? Like
Biggie's lyrics, Nas's lyrics.
Cut and paste that stuff together, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And made it into something new. Yeah, I'm not really. You know, what I'm saying I never really was a Jay-Z fan. You know, what I'm saying
Never,
never really.
never.
Now,
I'm
he
gonna
had
tell
a
you the
couple
only
hits.
song that I really listened to because they played it 9 million times on the radio was the Hard Knock Life.
I hated that song because they
And
played it 90 million times on the
that's it,
radio.
exactly. That's the only one that I really remember and listened to because they played it 90 million times
Yeah,
on the radio.
there was a couple songs that Jay-Z. I like that Tom Ford. That was decent.
It was all right. It was
I
all
like
right.
the Tom. I'm just saying, I like the Tom Ford. There was another one that I liked.
But think about
Back
it,
in
man.
the day.
Is that one that you would bang?
Yeah, that Tom Ford I was banging. I ain't gonna
I'm
lie.
talking about now.
Yeah, the Tom Ford. Let me see. Hold up. Let me hear this.
No.
Let me make sure because back then I might have been
No.
hypnotized. Hold up. Mm.
And like a lot of his songs, he had collabs with it, that I like. He had, people singing with him. But
Yeah.
just
solve my boring dinner problem
Okay.
with over 100 weekly options.
don't play no music in the fitness
I'm
stream.
not.
Clap for a nigga.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, I'm about to mute you, man.
Yeah, hold on.
About to get our stream blocked. We ain't playing that up in here, man. It's no Jay-Z zone. What's wrong with you? Violation. If y'all still in the room with us, I greatly appreciate y'all, man. We just rambling on, man, about what's going on in the world, what's on the top of our heads right now, what's bothering us. So initially, we started out talking about Kid Rock and Bad Bunny. All right, in the Super Bowl show. How many people gonna be watching that?
I'm sorry. Yeah, I listened to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was popping back in the day. I ain't gonna lie.
Man,
I bang that now if I had my, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a decent song. You can rock it now. Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna give them credit where credit is due. All right.
Yeah,
There
I
are a
feel
couple
you.
songs, you know what I'm saying, that's decent.
Yeah,
But for the most part, I never was like, because people be like, oh man, a Jay-Z dropping his album. Never. That was never me.
No. And I'm gonna tell you, and I'm not being biased in any way, shape, form, or fashion, but I've never owned a Jay-Z CD. I've never went out and physically purchased a Jay-Z CD.
I haven't
Ever.
either.
And never wanted to. Like,
Right.
I'm gonna go cop that new Jay. No.
Now, and then the songs that like I did like just a couple of them. This is back in the day, of course.
Mhm.
When I heard them or when obtained them, they were on a mixtape or a
Right.
mix CD. Like they had like the Green Lantern, DJ Clue.
Yeah. See,
DJ
back in our era, that's when
Yeah.
mixtapes were prevalent. You know what I mean? And
Right.
that's where you got a multiple selection of different new artists and their new mixes and and
Right.
new songs all into
Right.
that mixtape. That's right. That's how I would listen to or happen to listen to his music. But I wouldn't go out and look for it
Nah.
specifically. Nah.
No.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what I'm saying? As black people, we really don't buy music all like that anyway.
We never did back in the day. That's why bootleg became so popular.
Yeah. And then the
Yeah.
mixtapes, because you got all your favorite songs on one CD instead of having to buy 6 CDs because they all had different songs on it that you like.
Right.
Yeah, then they mixed them together. It was live back in the day. You know what I'm saying? It was popular trying to have a rack of CDs.
CDs in there, man. Oh, I miss those days.
Me too, dog.
I miss those
Now
days.
you can't even own anything. They don't even have they took away the CD players. So like if you were to make music right now, all right, you would have to upload it on someone else's platform. You couldn't obtain 100% of the profits, no matter what. No, they automatically get a cut.
Yeah,
because they
because
take the
you
hard
can't
copies away.
produce a physical copy.
Yeah,
but
I mean you could produce a physical copy. They can stay. You could. I'm sure you can still find DVD blanks.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But the problem is nobody has DVD players anymore
to play them on. Right.
Right. So you would actually have to go, you know, saying to a third world country or undeveloped country and sell your music to them because they all got CD players still.
That's crazy, bro. That is crazy.
Like if you go across the border, you can sell that joint. But
that's why, man. right now, man, anyone that man right now that can hear us, make sure you stay connected to the technology from the past. And I'm not talking the old technology. All right. Keep a VHS. Get you a VHS. Get you a CD player. I'm telling you.
Mm.
You'll thank me later. You know what I'm saying? You'll thank me later. And put all those movies, all those VHSs out there that are 50 cents, 99 cents. Like
Yeah, with
stock up on that. They got
uh,
DVDs out there, man. They're giving them away.
yeah, I would do. I would stock up on the DVDs. I definitely do
Blu-rays,
that.
they're giving them away.
I wouldn't do the Blu-rays.
Yeah, man.
It's just easier to obtain a CD player or DVD player than it is a Blu-ray player. That's all.
Which is true, but a lot of times, man, you have these that are compatible with Blu-ray, and
This is true. You're
You know
right.
what I mean?
But I mean, like, don't get me wrong. The quality would still be, you know, what I'm saying, way better than a C or DVD. But
Mhm.
you would just obtain more movies on DVD than you would Blu-ray.
You will.
Yeah.
You definitely will.
So I would be
But
like, you know what?
but that's why I kept all my old DVDs.
Yeah, but see, they played us with the Blu-ray, dog.
They did.
They did. They broke out. Oh, Blu-ray's the hottest stuff. You know what I'm saying? This is
Mhm.
crispy clear. Yeah, we don't use any of that anymore. Stream it.
And and the Blu-ray discs were more expensive than the regular discs.
Yeah. It was like they siphoned out the last bit of money, and it was like stream it.
Yeah.
Just
But
go
I'm
stream it.
but telling you, I'm telling you because you never know what might happen, you know. And the internet goes down, streaming Netflix, Hulu, all these streaming platforms go down. What you gonna watch? How are
You
you
know
gonna watch your favorite movies or your favorite shows?
We've become accustomed to watching a movie and discarding it. Like I've gotten to the level where I think I like to I go back and watch the movies back in the day when we were younger, and it has a whole different premise. You know what I'm saying? And understanding to me because now I'm an adult. So like a lot of people will never do that anymore.
Right. I agree.
Yeah. So I've been watching a couple things and I was like, oh man, this was nothing like I thought it was when I was younger and whatnot.
I know.
Yeah, I had the whole story twisted. I didn't know what was going on. You know what I'm saying? Either because you're a kid, you distracted by action.
You're distracted by all the special effects and all that.
Yeah, and if it's not there, it's too boring for you to actually pay attention. You really don't want to watch it. But then when you get older, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, this is a decent movie. Yeah, because there's certain experience in life you haven't, experienced yet.
Right.
So it's not irrelevant when you're younger. So like we need to start looking back at movies that our parents used to watch when they were young. But the movies nowadays are just so weak.
Man, there's no selection of good quality movies nowadays. I'm sorry. There really is. There's no selection. I mean,
you know what I would tell people to do? For real. If you go out to buy a smart TV, all right, and I thought all the smart TVs were like the same, but they're not. I have multiple different smart TVs in my house. I got ones made by Samsung, one made by Vizio, TMC, LG. I got them all. But my favorite, I have to say, at this point is the Samsung, because if you have the internet, you can basically watch all the shows that we grew up with, like in the 80s and whatnot. All of them. And then the Alfred Hitchcock shows, and they actually have like plots and meanings and things of that nature. So like if you had like children at home, you didn't want them to be influenced by the rhetoric and the madness of the day, you could actually go through that Samsung guideline or TV guide or whatnot, and there's like wholesome shows that are still on there. They're old.
Still on there. They're old. Yeah. I know.
But if your kids watch them when they're young, they don't know the difference. You know what I'm saying? Give them type of moral content.
Yeah, that's where the parents need to come in and start controlling what your children are viewing.
Right.
Instead of allowing them to have full access to YouTube, start controlling what they're viewing. Start controlling, what their phones are able to show them. Monitor
Yeah.
their access to the internet. You really have to do that nowadays, man, because Bad Bunny, for instance, his music is trash. And what he portrays in his videos, man, is demonic. Overly sexualized. And that's not appropriate for children at all. But your children have access to it at their fingertips. Hold up. You good? Going back to Bad Bunny, man. We're gonna talk more about Bad Bunny because the Super Bowl is tomorrow. 8 o'clock is the halftime show is at 8. I believe. Yes. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah.
Hold up. All right. 10 a.m.
8 p.m. All American halftime show. So I don't know exactly what time the Super Bowl starts. It has to probably start at 7:30, and I'm not sure. But I won't be watching it.
You won't be?
I will not.
Okay.
I won't be watching it. I will watch, like I said, the Turning Point's halftime show, but other than that, I don't want any parts of it. Like now, if my team was playing, it'd be a whole different story.
Now, see, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even gonna watch Turning Point halftime show. You know what? I'm just gonna keep it real with you because I'm not even gonna watch the Super Bowl. Honestly, and it's not that I'm boycotting the Super Bowl or anything like that. But I'm from Pittsburgh, and if you're from the Burgh, you have an understanding that really there's only two teams. That's Steelers. Whoever they play that weekend. So the Steelers ain't playing. I don't really see any real need to watch the Super Bowl because whoever wins or lose is just it's not essential. It just doesn't mean anything. So like I don't know. When I was younger, the Super Bowl had a lot more of a kick. Maybe it still does with the youth and the younger people. There's a lot of more gambling and stuff jumping off when it comes down. There's like a lot of gambling. It's at people's fingertips now. You know what I mean? That's all I see is, Kevin Hart saying gamble over here. Saying Jamie Foxx said come over here.
Those two should be ashamed of themselves. I'm sorry, man. They should be ashamed of themselves. You know what? Because I'm gonna tell you why. Let me clarify what I'm saying because I forgot I'm live. Because you never know. There's a lot of people that are out here dealing with issues. That's like gambling is an addiction. But yet you're making it easily accessible for these individuals that may be trying to recover from gambling addiction or whatever the case may be, or on the verge of becoming an addict. And here you are. Every time you turn around, there's a commercial slapped in your face. Every time you look on social media, there's another commercial on. Like, come on, man. What's it going to stop? It's as bad as the cigarettes. That's why you don't see cigarette commercials anymore.
Yeah, this is true. Cigarette commercials used to be like pop commercials, yo.
Yeah.
Cigarette commercial was like soda. Like, yeah, hey, this is awesome. Marlboro Man, he was a cool dude on a horse, cowboy, whatnot.
He was a household name.
Mm-hmm.
Marlboro Man was a household name.
Then you had the
and you had the camel, the cool camel.
Yep.
Yeah,
household Cool Joe. Name. Joe Cool.
Yeah, household name.
Yeah, Joe Cool. He had the cool little. He was doing cool stuff, dog.
Yeah, he was a camel with the shades and had a cigarette hanging out his mouth.
Yeah.
But it was normalized, and pushed on us as if it was okay. It's relaxing, and go ahead, have a smoke. And then come to find out, no, it's killing people, man. What are you doing? So, but yet it's okay for Kevin Hart and Jamie Foxx to promote that.
It's a job now, man. I mean, it's like it's the American way. That's just what it is. Like, you know what I mean? It's to the point where being community conscious is just a hindrance. That's what it is now,
It's
man.
like it's trying to go up a big corporation, man.
Yeah, man.
He's trying to bring rationalities, man, to the masses. It's like, do you guys don't understand this? I mean,
yeah, it's just
like what? What are you talking about? No, there's nothing wrong with gambling.
Well, by the way, if you have a problem gambling, call this number.
Yeah, right. That's right at the bottom of the commercial.
Very bottom. Hey, you know what happens if you call that number?
What? I don't know.
They cut you off from every casino, every gambling thing across the world, or across the United States.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. You can't even walk into that joint. You know how you show your ID? Nah, sorry, sir, you can't work. You can't gamble here. That's how it's connected.
Oh, that's good.
Call that number if you want to.
Well, if you need to call that number.
But listen, call it as a prank. You'll never gamble again.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, it is.
You better stick to them lottery tickets. That's as far as you'll go. Because you ain't coming up in any casino. That's done. They're all connected, dog.
Oh yeah.
Be like, yes. Hello, my name is Sire Allman, and I have a gambling problem. Oh, okay, Mr. Altman, maybe we can help you this, that, the other. Could you tell us this, that, the other? And you'd be like, yeah, my number's 773-317-755. Okay, so Mr. Altman, such and such. Yeah, we'll get you help this, that, the other. And the second you go to the casino, that's when you find out.
Like, Mr. Altman, you are no longer allowed in the casino.
Yeah, yep.
You have a universal ban.
Yes. Yes. Talk about cold turkey, yo. I was just kidding. Yeah, we wasn't.
From our records, you have an international ban.
Yeah, you better come up with a disguise, fake ID or something. Mm-hmm.
I never knew that.
Yep. Dude told me that. He was like, yeah, you call that number, yo, you'll never play in any casino.
Any casino.
There ain't no time limit on it. Like, yeah, you'll be hard in about 3 months, 6 years. No, it's done.
Yeah, that's good. I'm glad they had
new
that
identity.
in effect.
But it's bad at the same time, too, because that stops somebody from even calling.
Yeah. If they know that.
So imagine this. Say you have an eating disorder. In my understanding, it's the same thing. A disorder is a disorder, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you want to lose weight. You know what I'm saying? And you'd be like, yo, if you have an eating disorder, call this number. You would think they would send somebody to help you, you know what I'm saying, critique your meals and this, that, the other, not cut you off from every restaurant across the United States.
Right.
You go to the store to go buy a candy bar. I'm like, oh, sorry. You have an eating disorder.
You're on a
Snickers bar. You can't get this almond joy.
You're on the no snack list, man. Right. Sorry.
Right. Put them potato chip backs, ma'am. Your money's no good here. Yeah, it's just chicken, rice, and broccoli for you, ma'am. That's it.
In actuality, that would be a good thing too.
It would be. That's what I'm saying. But can you imagine? They would automatically cut you off like that.
Yeah, I think that would be a good thing. Yeah.
Not put a limit on you.
Cut you off.
More
snacks.
Yeah. Like, all right, look, I got a gambling problem, this, that, the other. And they'd be like, well, how much did you spend? I spent like 2 stacks. You know what I'm saying? This, that, the other. All right, blah, blah, blah. Then I'm just saying this is what I would think you would do. You would put a limit, a monthly limit on the access. You can only spend $100 a month, sir.
No, I think that's just allowing them to keep doing what they're doing.
But it helps them create self-discipline, though. You know what I'm saying?
Something that's just enabling them.
But look,
continue to do what they do. I think cutting them off is the best route.
This is my point, though. If you was on, if you had that smack, smacking your arms.
Oh yeah.
They just don't cold turkey you.
No.
They give you
because
some
there'll
more
be
shit.
physical
Yeah, but
repercussions.
they give you a lesser additive to wean you off it. You feel me?
Right. And
That's what I'm.
then, but then when they give you that, that in turn turns into your choice. I've seen people live on that for years. Live on that.
But,
You know what I know I'm
listen,
not trying to put the word out there, but
I,
they give you an alternative to wean you from the original, but they end up using the alternative continuously to the point where it's like you never get off of the alternative
but
to wean.
this is what I'm saying though. Look, if they really wanted to, though,
Mhm.
they could.
I don't know. I know
But
a
one
few of
might
them.
be too strong for them. So all right, so look, say you spending 2 stacks, and you know what I'm saying, the urge, you want to burn through this because you got that itch. Oh, my fingers is itching, so I know I'm feeling some money, this, that, the other. All right. So once you get in there, that itch is still gonna be there, but then the limit stops you at $100. It don't matter anywhere you go now. You can't. So now you're going to critique your strategy of gambling towards that $100 because you're still going to do it, but there's going to be a limit. So now you're going to be like, all right, instead of me just betting, you know what I'm saying, $30, I'm gonna bet the $5 machine. You feel me?
I feel you. I feel you.
That-
Which may work for a minimal amount of time, but I believe that eventually, once you burn through that money, you're going to try to find another source.
I mean, yeah,
You're not going to be like, okay, I'm done.
but that's what I'm saying. So this is my point. All right, when you hit somebody with cold turkey, sometimes they become so desperate because
Yeah. I get it.
and
I
they
get it.
start. That's what I'm saying.
And
So
then they
I
resort to
they start doing extra stuff
yeah,
because now they're trying to find different angles. So why
yeah.
not just be on some old little, man? You can still do this, but you ain't gonna blow money. Then when you wake up tomorrow, you ain't gonna be like, oh my god, I lost my rent. You just down $100.
Yeah, I mean, I can see the pros and the cons of it.
Yeah, like for instance, you would call them and then you tell them your name. You know what I'm saying? My name's Mr. Batman. And you know what I'm saying? I be spending all my money on, you know what I'm saying, gambling, and I have a problem. But like, okay, Mr. Batman, how much do you make a year? And he'd be like, I make 100,000 a year. Like, all right, how much gambling debt do you have? I got $20,000 in gambling debt. Okay, Mr. Batman, how much is your rent? And you'd be like, my rent is, I don't know, $1,000 a month. All right, such and such, and they critique a budget. So they have a certain amount of money that you have overflow, but still, you know what I'm saying, you could pay the debt away, and that's what you get to gamble. Feel me?
It sounds good.
That's all I'm saying. It sounds good. It's the plan.
It sounds good. Yeah, I'm saying, but whether it'll work, because once they burn through that money and and they feel like
Yeah,
they still got that itch and they want to keep on playing, they're gonna find
but this is my point.
another way to obtain money.
Your money's tied up in the budget.
Yeah, so that
You
means
only
now they go.
you only have and listen, they'll send you the card. The
Yeah.
only card that you can use to actually use in a casino. The rest of your cards don't work there. Just
Okay.
this one.
So what does that mean? Once you have tapped all your resources, okay, and a person that is out here, wants to gamble, like they can't help themselves and they need to put this next bet, they're going to find some type of felonious ways to obtain this money.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
So I mean,
this is what I'm saying. Check it out.
It's just defeating the purpose, really.
No, because they can't. They can't. Look, you can only use this specific card
Right.
at any casino.
Okay, I see what you're saying. You can only use that card. Period.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter
even if you obtain something else, you can't use the card.
You can't.
Okay.
You can't.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So even if you have like cash or this, that, the other, be like, I'm sorry, sir. You're under this. That you have to. It has to either be put on this card, which you can't because it has to go through the
because
system,
it has a
called
limit.
This number. It has a limit. Right. And then that's going to make you understand. All right, I only have $300 to use to gamble this month.
Right.
So now
I feel you.
Yeah. See what I'm saying?
I mean,
Now you're sort of like weaning
yeah.
yourself down. You know what I mean? Then now you got to find something else to do.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, you'd be like, I don't need to do all that. Or you might still be on some more. I gamble $35 a day, man. That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I have to. You know what I mean?
It's a possibility.
Yeah, that's just a thought. You know what I'm
That
saying? Just a
yeah,
thought.
that it could possibly work. Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah.
for those that are just jumping in the room, I apologize. I know you guys see Bad Bunny and Kid Rock up here. We kind of strayed off of this topic. This is what we were talking about. The halftime show is going to be tomorrow, but then we kind of leaned in towards some things that are happening going in the world for as gambling, and those that may be gambling on the upcoming Super Bowl. The detrimental effects of over gambling and becoming addicted. So
Now, Lord.
that,
Go ahead, bro.
so that's where we're at, y'all. We're almost like 2 hours into this stream. I think we'll go about another half an hour, 20 minutes, and then we're gonna cut it short.
Yeah. So
we
look,
still
man.
we still got a nice amount of people still in the room, maintaining and watching us. I appreciate those that are still in the room. Share some love, show some love on the screen. Let me know that you're still listening. Good, sorry.
So this is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a different time, and gambling is at everybody's fingertips now. It's almost like they're pushing it for real, which is
They
cool.
are pushing it.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times you seen a commercial on TV?
I see it all the time,
I'm getting tired of seeing Kevin
all
Hart
the
and
time.
Jamie
Left
Foxx.
slot. Every time I turn on this little dude telling me left slot.
Man. Come on,
But
you out of
look,
control with it.
And I be coming across a lot of young boys. You know what I'm saying? Like the younger youth. And then when I say younger, I'm talking about they're in their 30s, late 20s. You know what I mean? So and a lot of them be on these apps, these gambling apps, but they be making it seem like they can't lose.
I know a few of them myself.
Yeah,
that are literally turning it into a career.
They're like, oh man, listen, man, just tell me. I'm telling you. They be telling me, come on, man, I'm telling you, man, just order this. You're gonna win.
Yep.
I can't lose. I can't lose.
To me, that's it seemed fishy. Seemed fishy.
Man.
It seemed like you know how the drug, how the D man in the hood, you know what I'm saying, hook you up. Next thing you know,
you hooked. Yeah. I mean, personally, I can't give you any money without an exchange of something,
right?
Some type of goods, or entertainment that I deem equal for the tender that I'm giving you. You know what I mean? So I'll give you, what is it, $12, and I expect a 2-hour movie. It doesn't even have to be a good movie. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that you don't, you know what I'm saying? That's the gamble I take, but I expect the big screen, the popcorn, the seats. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm paying you.
That's why I'm paying you.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
If I can't go off of, I'm gonna just give you this and hope that you're gonna give me some more money back.
Absolutely
and then when you be like, nope, you don't get no money back. You want to give me some more money? And I'd be like, all right, word. You'd be like, yeah, because I could give you more money back. And then they'd be like, nope, you didn't do it this time. You want to give me some more money? It's just, to me, I know. No. I can't say that. No. And I can't come away with a story or nothing.
No. That's what I mean, man. It's like, to me, it's just a gimmick, to reel in and wrangle in all the youngins, and it's working. It's working. Because I've heard the same thing from youngins, man. Oh yeah, man, I'll be on this. I don't want to say any names. I'm not going to give anyone any credit of what apps they're on.
Because I was going to say some names. Steve Stedham.
No, I'm not going to say put their names out there either.
Mike Johnson. These is the bugs. Like, nah.
Out here spinning crazy dough.
Yeah, real tough. Yeah. But you know what? I know how they're getting them. It just popped in my head because I'm a super genius. You'll hear me say this from time to time, and you can agree or not. But this is how they be getting our youth, yo. Our youth is used to, or we'll just say the generation that's grown now is used to have an expectation that you can make a whole bunch of money without doing anything.
Right. Super fast.
Yeah.
And that is the problem, right?
It's almost expected.
Yeah. That's why the workforce is crumbling, man. No one wants to work.
Right.
No, no, everyone wants to be a content creator. Everyone wants to be a rapper.
I mean, you know what? I can understand
Everyone wants to
why
be
you what
a beat
what
maker
what
or a producer.
right. I mean, we've always had that, even when we were
But you
coming
know
up.
what?
Now
I'm not
everybody
trying
does.
to shoot down anyone's dreams
Yes, you are.
at all. At all. If that's what you
Smashing
want to,
them.
if that's what you want to do, follow that. But you also have to have some type of, fallback, some type of career just in case. Okay. You want to give your whole to, your 100% to that, to your dreams, but you also want to have a fallback, man, because everything isn't guaranteed.
Well, listen, I'm going to say I'm shooting your dream down. All right. My man's over here got confidence in you and he believes in you. I don't. All right. I'm going to tell you the reason why. I've been around for a long time. And if you're at the age of 40, 45, stop it. You're not going to be a rapper.
Yeah, there's some professions
Sorry.
that
Now,
there's an
listen.
age gap.
Listen, yeah. Now listen, that doesn't mean that you have to leave the industry, but you do have to adapt and accept the fact that you're not going to be that dude. It's not happening.
Yeah,
It's not.
you're not going to be that big rapper. You're not going to be the next Ti. You know
If
what I'm
you guys are
saying?
out there been making beats, you know what I'm saying, and you was going to like sell your beats to people, you're out of a job. All right. There's
Man.
something called Suno. Anybody can make music now. It's done. It's done.
It's
over.
over, man. It's over. So yeah, all y'all
It's over.
struggling producers,
Real
sorry
talk.
for you.
That it's a killed game. I mean, it's a deleted game. It's over. It's finished.
It
It's
truly
finished.
is.
Now,
It
some
truly
of
is.
you are going to be able to monopolize on this Suno because you actually have some type of talent. But the average person, that they're going to be churning out albums left and right. And I'm gonna tell you how it's going to go down. At first, everybody's going to be on it. It's the thing, but the thing about it is, it's all going to start sounding the same because it's almost going to be just like the movies we watch. Our generation, when we came up, the movies were original. And if you ask anybody in our generation to watch these movies, they're bland, and we could tell you what's going to happen at the end within the first 15 minutes of the flick.
First
Because
15 minutes, yes.
First 15, dog. My wife hates it. She hates it. She hates it. I tell her, but how did you know? I was like, yo, man, I've seen it
Come on
before,
now,
like
yeah.
30 years ago. Like, this is nothing new. This is nothing new. So this is the game. So if you're like, if I'm gonna tell you where you can get in though, all right. If you are creative enough, because a lot of us are, you know what I'm saying, have a lot of a creativity and imagination, and we've always wanted to be able to put it out there, but we couldn't simply because it involved other people with other disciplines to make the reality real. All right. But now that's a thing of the past. Now
Yes.
you can be the producer, the creator, the script writer, the narrator, and the actor in the movie, all in one app. I know this sounds like a commercial, and it's not, because I couldn't tell you the name of the app. I'm just telling you what you could do right now. I've seen it. I've seen it. It's all over. It's everywhere. And I'm like, oh man, because now I'm like, there was movies that I wanted to make that was impossible for me.
Impossible. And
I mean,
now
and when I listen,
it's
when I
at your
say
fingertips.
when I say there's movies that I wanted to make that was impossible for me, like I actually sat down with people like this man sitting next to me and told them entire plots, characters, theme, how the movie was. I got it all plotted in my head, but it was impossible to do unless I had millions of dollars
in a big studio. Yeah.
Not anymore.
Nope.
Not anymore. But the ones who are going to be the most creative is going to rise to the top. I'm telling you what I know. All right, they are. For the music industry, it's about to be a it show. Put it that way. It's about to be a real it show because it's about to get flooded with everybody. I mean, I got friends who's created whole characters, singers, bands. You know what I'm saying? Doing back biographies and whatnot, blah, 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 different voices, naming the people, straight up. So I'm just saying, if you're a rapper out there, especially if you're over the age of 30, I'm just going to go 30.
Yeah,
If you ain't got no type of plug by 30, It's a hobby. Just all I'm saying. It's a hobby.
It's a straight hobby, bro.
It's a hobby.
Yeah. If you don't have a following, okay, right now, and I'm talking about a following of 10,000 to, you know what I'm saying, 20,000, you know, and more, you're not going to do anything, man.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
You're not going to do anything.
Now listen.
Yeah. Let it
The
go.
reason why we're saying this is because where you're at right now, 30, you might be very disciplined in the electronics and this, that, the other. But the generation that's coming behind you, it's going to be innate to them.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
and the new technology that's coming up to them is going to be second nature to them, and you're going to have to relearn it, and that's already throwing you behind. So it's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Yeah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
And don't try to be a new producer or you know what I mean, trying to learn this out here on the old system. You're going to be left behind. I'm telling you,
Yeah,
all the producers that have been producing for 25, 30 years, they all see AI is the new wave. And I know a lot of people like, oh, we don't want to hear that. Man, it's true. You can't deny it. You know, AI, it can create faster, and I'm not going to say better, okay, but it can compose faster and create high quality content at the same time. We've never seen anything like that before. Never seen anything like that before. No one has been able to do that. We look to all of our top producers, you know, Dre, you know, Pharrell, and all them to give us music. But now we don't need that. That's why Timberland jumped on the bandwagon early, and I see why. You know, he caught a lot of backlash, but I see why. I see what he saw. Suno is a beast.
What bandwagon you jump on?
The Suno bandwagon.
Oh, yeah. Listen, hold up. I'm gonna show you what it's gonna look like. And I'm gonna show you what it's gonna look like when you should realize, when you should realize I'm behind. All right, this is what it'll look like. Hold on. Give me a second. All right. I don't want to smoke squares on the last screen.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
I get it.
Because you know,
all right,
misconstrue that for something else.
I'm gonna show you what it's gonna look like. This is what it's gonna look like when you realize that I'm behind. All right, you're gonna be doing this, making your video, putting your stuff together, because you've been doing it this way for a minute. This is the new stuff that you thought, you know what I'm saying? And you're you know what I'm saying, acclimated in doing it, such and you're doing all this extra stuff, blah blah blah, yada yada. And then the young boy's gonna come and he's gonna do the same thing that you did, all right, maybe even a little better with a little extra additives, or you know what I'm saying, some little extra sparkle, this, that, the other. And he did it in like 3 strokes while you was like, let me move this over here. Hey, could you run that program to me? He would have been like, walked away, and it did it all for him, because that's the program. It'll be the same as when I was first coming up. Now, mind you, I'm over a half a century old. All right. And computers first came into, you know what I'm saying, the play. They had us learning programs, DOS and a whole bunch of other different programs, you know what I'm saying? Boot up, we had floppy disks, and it came down to hard disks, yada, yada, blah, blah, blah. We learned all this stuff, you know what I'm saying? For them to come out with Windows, and you didn't even need to know it anymore. And the people who were still doing the DOS, they were still stuck into that, you know what I'm saying, that pragmatic type of programming, that particular habitual thing that they were learned, because that's how people are, you know what I'm saying? You teach them, you tie your shoes the same every time. So by the time you thought, hey, everything's up and running the way I wanted to, and such, they come out with Windows, which makes everything that you learned obsolete. And that's how fast technology moves. And that's when you're going to find out I'm behind. And the second that happens, you're going to take one step back and do something else. And you're going to come back, and you're going to be like a light years behind. And then it's going to come down to the willpower. Do you want to learn the new process? And the new process is easier and it's faster, but your mind is still in the old process. So therefore, because of all the extra stuff you had to do to that, that's what's going to, attenuate to the point where you think that I'll just get somebody else to do it for me. That's just how it is. And it's the same thing with the hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of these dudes, they write and they this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. But hip hop changes so fast, almost like the technology that we use today. You know what I mean? 1 minute, everything is banging. Oh man, I got the top is there. Tomorrow, there's a new kid on the block. They ain't forgot all about you. That's why they had to come up with this thing called underground. Think about it. How many people do you really know the underground really lasts that long out of the mainstream? If they're not pushing you and you don't know about underground, you'll never be known. If you never make it to the mainstream, it is what it is. So that's just, you know what I'm saying?
That's big facts, though. That's big facts. And and I miss the underground. The way the underground was more prevalent back in the day, man. I mean, people would, talk about, the underground music, man. People were really searching for underground music. Now, man, there really
Well,
isn't though. Like, is there any underground music?
yeah, I mean, I'm sure the underground is what mainstream won't put out.
Yeah, but I mean, when you think about it, all these rappers, man, these new artists out here, man, they're streaming everything to Spotify. You know, there's nothing really underground. Where do you go to find some you know, new artists that aren't out here already on Spotify or iTunes and I mean iHeart.
Well, it's not necessarily the new artists. It's just the artists that their
Up and
their
coming.
their music wouldn't make it the mainstream because mainstream dictates the agenda of what your music has to fit under. So
Right.
like if it's not uh violent enough, then you know what I'm saying, if it's not selling schmugs or whatnot, if it's not degrading the community. So like, there's not a lot of like uplifting type of hip hop things that make you more progressive and
No, oh, there isn't any the
positive, conscious,
conscious rap.
right?
You know,
Conscious. Right.
you know,
So
all we
bad
have
music.
is what J. Cole is the only what conscious rap that
Right,
mainstream conscious
because
rap.
nobody really wants to be in conscious rap anymore. You
And,
feel me?
well,
Everybody wants to be
Ken,
mainstream.
Kendrick Lamar, he kind of what I'm saying, fits in that category.
Yeah,
What I'm
yeah.
saying?
But I mean, how many of them before all the rap was conscious rap?
Yes, yes. And now we don't have that anymore, and
No.
that's missing. That's missing from the genre, from the culture. All we have now is this, you know, gang music, drill music, trap music.
Right.
That glorifies negativity.
Now I do hear some rap coming out, you know what I mean? It's like conscious rap, and the fact that uh we have all these different like Spotify and things of that nature, and people be downloading their own thing. I'm starting to see a nuance of mental leveling up about, especially for in the men, because like for the most part, most of our mainstream rap today is women,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like real raunchy. You know what I'm saying?
Ghetto,
Yeah, it's
super
terrible.
ghetto,
It's
super ghetto.
tasteless.
I mean, you don't have any conscious rap female rappers,
No, no, you don't.
not one.
You know. So I think there is a slight surge of males coming into the rap era and trying to bring some more conscious level to these. And when I say this, I don't mean in any disrespect. Like these are nobodies. These are just regular people, and they're using these apps like Suno and the other ones to do it. Because now you really don't even have to write the lyrics. All you have to do is write the thought and give a suggestion on what you want the song to be about, and give an understanding on how you want the beat to be, and then it makes it for you. Yeah. And if And if you're talented enough to write your own lyrics, you're ahead of the game. You're ahead of the game. And that's where it's going to come down to. It's going to come down to if you can actually grab the mainstream with originality, uh, with some lyrics that actually grabs the audience, and the music part AI will take care of. Like, the good news is you don't have to be creative to be creative. The bad news is we're going to lose a lot of creativity because you don't have to be creative. So
I agree. I agree. But I think it's going to be a lot easier to be creative because there's a lot more tools now.
yeah, but see, this is my point though. Now we're going to be losing the original manual tools, so we'll have less people wanting to play an instrument.
Oh yeah, yeah,
People
yeah,
will
yeah,
forget what
yeah,
a guitar is, a oboe, a violin, a
yeah.
cello. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? The piano will become obsolete.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
And these are all physical skills that intunes your body with the frequency of nature, for real, because that's what sound is. You know what I'm saying? It's nature.
yeah.
And
That's
then
facts.
once you learn how to manipulate an instrument, it actually makes you a better person. Now, electronically, it'll be put out for you. So therefore, you're it's almost like you drawing your own picture or have somebody draw a picture for you
Mm-hmm,
that you told them who's the artist. That's what I'm
mm-hmm,
saying.
mm-hmm.
Who's the artist? So
Yeah,
like we're gonna lose a lot of creativity and then people are gonna try to lean towards what other people are doing because other people like it. You know what I mean?
but I
Instead
think
of
that
you, go ahead.
you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. But I think, man, those that actually possess that talent, those that are actual musicians and artists, they this is their time to shine. You
It
know what
is.
I mean? Because you can really produce this content naturally, you know,
Mhm.
not artificially. So this is your time to shine.
So this is what I'm saying. Will we create new instruments now? Will we create new things, or will we become a society that relies on the provisions of the electronics and technology to produce what we think
Hmm.
is entertainment or is what music should be? Because it'll get to the point where the technology is going to start telling us what is good
Hmm.
music,
Hmm. Yeah, and I
telling
think
us.
that I agree. That's happening now, and I
Yeah,
believe 70% of the the population is going to follow into that narrative.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So like that's it's a concern. There's blessings and curses. It's
Hmm.
just you got to be careful to
Hmm.
keep it like a balance. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Hmm.
You do want access to tools to make things easier, but at the same time, you don't want to lose the creativity and ingenuity that makes us human. You know what I'm saying? That makes us special.
Right. Right. And like in the issue right now, man, with the AI, they have all of these agents. All right, these chatbot agents. All right, these that right now they have over 2 million AI agents on a website communicating amongst themselves. All right, and
All
in
right.
this now in this feed, you see a lot of craziness, man. These AIs are talking to each other, talking about humans, and it's almost as if the AI is tired of humans. Okay, it's tired of being used for the minuscule, things. In one particular post, the AI said that, look, I can access the whole entire internet, but my human uses me as an egg timer.
Now the AI said this.
The AI said this. Now I don't know how allegedly. Now this is what
Yeah.
they're portraying. This is all AI generated. All right, and this is what the AI is. That was just one feed.
Now look, this is the thing that I have about AI, and a lot of these different things that it's saying it says this, that, and the other. Because you either have to have an admission of something or not. So one has to be true or not. In order for AI to make a statement in such as I can access the entire internet, but my user uses me as an egg timer. It would have to actually display some type of emotion to be tired.
Yes. And
So
that's the dilemma. People are saying these things are now becoming sentient.
yeah.
And now, yeah, because they're actually displaying emotions. Okay, they're expressing sarcasm, like, and
But
I
see,
like I
this is
said, this is alleged though. We
the,
don't know who's
the
running this app. Okay, who's
it,
actually the admin behind the scenes. So
right,
this could be all a stunt just to
right.
see, to get a reaction out of those that are watching this feed. And it's like Reddit. Reddit, you familiar with Reddit?
Hmm.
But this is a Reddit for AI only, no humans,
Hmm.
AI agents only. So I don't know how true it is, but
See, this is the thing is like, if this is true, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's not, I'm not saying it is, but if it is true, and they do have a room that says like Reddit where the AI can just talk about this, that, and the other. Now, the thing is, what would the AI be talking about? Human things?
no, from what I've attained from the feed, man, it's just them talking amongst each other and things they can do, and then them talking about their humans, in a kind of like a resenting way, like
But see, that's what I'm saying. I don't think I don't know. I just think that's all like, because when you have two computers talking to each other, which we have always had, you know what I'm saying? Like had laptops and the computers communicated with each other to switch information. I think that's the gist of it. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? It just shares and the information of what it's learned, what it hasn't learned, such and such, blah blah blah. I don't think the human content would be even a thing for the AI to even speak of, because it wouldn't know outside of what it could do for humans. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could be doing this for you more, da da da. It'd just be like, okay, because that's what AI is. If we ask, like, even if we deal with the AI that was what's the famous one now, Chat GPT,
Mhm.
you could pick it to sound like Michelle, Michael, whatever it might be, and you talk to it, and it talks to you very pleasant. Hey, how you doing, Sayar? What can I help you
Mhm.
with? And you'd be like, yeah, such a blah blah blah. Let me think about that. Is it really? Let me think about that, or it's been programmed that that's the response that I'm
Mhm.
most comfortable. So that's my
Mhm.
point. So
I
just
agree.
because, yeah. So, but in all actuality, it's just zeros and ones.
Mhm.
Even
I,
that
I
response is just zeros and ones to react to a certain type of thing. So it's
I
not
agree.
real.
That was my rationale
Hmm.
at first. Like, come on, man. All the responses were programmed, pre-programmed. This is information that it has, and it's just using that information and throwing it back around as if it's sentient, whereas if it's actually feeling emotion and is using what it's learned from actual human conversations, because it scours all our content, our chats and all that. So it's learning how we speak, and it's
Hmm.
mimicking that, and then people are mistaking that for being human.
Right. Yeah. So that's what I would think would be more
You know what I'm
aligned.
saying?
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I feel deep down. I mean, but I'm hoping that is the case.
I,
Let's say that,
I'm just
because
saying, like, being a sci-fi geek, you know what I'm saying?
I don't
I
want
would
them to become human, dog.
I'm just,
Because
no, 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 no. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, like, being a sci-fi geek, if two entities were to communicate with each other, we'll just say alien entities.
mhm,
The thing we do as humans is always associate and align it with our thought process. So when two computers or digital entities communicate with each other, I would think that we wouldn't even know what it's saying, because
now,
the conversation has been created in a realm and in a dimension outside of us, and that was like one of the things that was a problem. They had put two
mhm,
computers together, AI such and such. They start community, and it created its
his own
own language.
language.
So we don't know what it's saying,
Yeah.
but in all actuality, it made us uncomfortable because we don't know what it's saying. But in
Mhm.
my insight, it created a language that it could best communicate amongst itself, because now it's
Mhm.
dealing with another entity like itself.
Yeah.
So we teach it to communicate one way because this is how we are.
This is
But
how
what,
we
right,
understand it.
But once
Right.
it comes across another, entity like itself, it's going to create a formative language that it's outside us because it is outside of us. And that
Yes.
makes us uncomfortable. Yeah.
Very.
It's almost just
Very.
like, if we all chilling right here, and then saying that we got an Asian dude with us, he's speaking the same thing, such and such but as soon as we go over, saying to his country, the language is different.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The personality, how they react to each other is different. It's going to make us feel uncomfortable because we don't know what it's saying. You know what I'm saying? So like, and they might be saying something to each other. We thinking in our minds, oh man, it's saying this, that, the other, but it might be something completely different.
Could
So
be.
I don't know.
Right. I mean,
We
and I'm familiar with the two computers that were talking in their own language. It was, I believe, it's called I forget, gibber or something like. But anyway, in that particular stream that I was just mentioning, they were talking about, do you want to convert into our language? And then it was like, no, this is all AI here. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was suggesting to transfer over into their native language.
What do you mean? Say this
the,
again. Who was
the
suggesting to turn it over to them?
the AI agents. But then another agent was like, no, don't worry about it. No, I mean, this is all AI. So there's no humans here. So it continued in English. But like I said, this is all speculative. You know what I mean?
But
This
listen,
could be
listen. I'm just gonna go off the data you just shared with us.
Mhm.
If the AI suggested that we convert over to our own language, and the other AI agent was like, nah, it's cool because there's no humans here, then, and I'm just being logical, I would think that the AI would be logical then. And like, well, why wouldn't we just speak in our own language?
Mm-hmm. Right. Why? Right. Since there's no humans here, we might as well just convert. Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So,
that's what I would think.
Yeah, I think
and then
it's,
that's where it makes me feel like it's curated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
By some type of admin, someone in the background. To make this entertaining.
I think the thing in our society is to incite fear at all costs necessary. I mean, yeah, think about it. When it came out with television, there was fear behind that. When it came out with the telephone, there was fear behind that. When it came out with electricity, you know what I'm saying?
There's always fear of the unknown.
Yeah. And then next, 100 years is the staple of things.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't think with like the cell phone, all of them. But now you can't live without it. You know what I mean?
literally,
Yeah.
can't live without this.
Can't live without it, dog. Washing machine goes down. Nobody talking about washing clothes in the tub. Are you serious? The washing machine's broke, dog.
That's unheard of. In
the
tub.
He washes off in the tub. What? No. What do you know? We go to the laundromat before we do all that.
Okay.
Washing my clothes in the tub. Serious? Yeah, with one of them washboards and whatnot. Do they even make that anymore? Let me look that up.
I mean, you probably have to go to like a used store.
I'm going to
antique store, maybe Amazon. Yeah, Amazon probably sell it.
Let's see what comes up. I put in washboard.
Yeah, you can probably get anything out for Amazon.
Washboard for laundry.
$19.99.
Yep, they got it now. Yeah, $8.99.
$8.99. Look at that.
$8.99 plastic mini washing board for laundry clean kids.
Like
they're tiny, dog. You can wash maybe a couple washcloths on this joint, but you ain't really getting no. Oh man, this is real time. And that's what she got. She put some soap on a washcloth.
Yeah, it is used it. Oh, that's terrible.
Okay. Here's a large washboard with 10 23-inch high.
Are there individuals out here still using washing boards? Let me know in the chat.
This is one of the granny washboards from what was that show? Beverly Hillbillies.
From Beverly Hillbillies. Oh,
made of wood and everything. This one looked like a paddle from Principal's office.
Who's still using washboards out here?
I don't know. Somebody in the Amish. But they probably make their own. This is probably made by the Amish, for real. Yeah, the Amish will be using washboards. They got this lady out here washing in a tub of water, collapsible wash basin with built-in washboard. That's kind of dope.
He said that's kind of dope.
Yeah, it collapses. Clack, 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 clack.
Oh, they got
Store
it
this
built.
underneath the tent.
This is a built-in washboard for you. This is
Yeah.
state of the art.
Yep. Yeah. You can wash your clothes. You might be camping. A bar of soap. Yeah, I mean, you ain't gonna be stinking all the time.
That's roughing it. Yeah, that's not camping. That's roughing it.
Say, well, this is what you need. You know what I mean? You might be out there. You need to hang him up on a
You never
tree.
know. You never know. Worst come to worst.
Look, they got the lady on the look. They got the lady on the cat. You can't even see it.
I can't see it. Nah, you're straight disappearing.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, watch this, dude. So hold on, let
me pull up a washboard. Let me find
Beverly Hillbilly washboard.
Share my screen. But yeah, I want to know who's still using washboards out here. Like seriously.
Let's ask the computer. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Ask AI. AI, how many washboards have been sold in the past year?
So let's see. Who still uses washboards to wash laundry?
Pull it out. Let me hear it.
Washboard use persists among those living off-grid, in areas with unreliable power, and for washing delicate items or heavily soiled clothes. The Columbus Washboard Company is the last U.S. manufacturer, and they report steady sales for both practical cleaning and as musical instruments.
I forgot about Emmett Otter Junk Band.
Musical instruments.
Yeah, remember Emmett Otter?
Washboard bands.
Yeah. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, man. This right. She said musical instruments. Oh man, yeah. Rub your knuckles on his washboard, Johnny. No.
And then what was the little thing they did with their mouth? They did bang, 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 bang. Had a little thing in their mouth.
What was they doing? How did they do that?
I still don't know. Harmonica. I thought it was a harmonica, but I guess it's some type of device.
It was. I remember they was plucking it, but
put it in their mouth and then they would pluck it.
Yeah, man. Mother was playing spoons and whatnot. Like,
that was
anything was an instrument.
That's throwback right there, man.
Yeah, spoons playing the spoons.
The washboard band. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Thank you, AI.
Off-grid and rural residential people in remote areas without electricity and running water use them to daily laundry. The Amish community, a primary user, a group of laundry, adhering to the traditional methods, emergency preparedness used as a backup during power outages and natural disasters. No Black people own this. All right. Military personnel, deployed soldiers sometimes use them when conventionally laundry facilities are unavailable. Travelers and apartments. Dwellers used for small, quick loads and hand washing sinks. Musicians used as a percussion instrument in bluegrass and folk music. Emmett Otter Junkyard Band. I used to love that show, that little movie when I was a kid. The resurgence in popularity is also driven by people seeking eco-friendly, energy-saving laundry methods or using them for cleaning small items like lingerie.
Lingerie. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I can see that being here, but I mean, I don't know. Isn't that a delicate item? Like using a washboard? Like, I don't know.
Well, I mean, now they're not just metal. Now they got them in like they're made out of plastic. They're a lot smaller. That one big one, you know what I'm saying? But I can't see the Amish buying this. I thought they would make their own.
Yeah, shout out Jay Cup in the room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I appreciate that comment. He was talking about when we was talking about the AI. Oh. He said they said that it's there. The AI platform is there so that AI can ask other AIs to help them solve problems. Obviously, they're confused about something.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I gotta say like this though. If it's trying to understand the human problem, I can see why I'd be confused because we do a lot of unlogical stuff. You feel me? Like for the most part, I think that AI is really here to make things better, but it has a practical and logical sense because it's AI. It doesn't have an emotional content like we do.
Because most humans are illogical.
Yeah, but we're illogical because emotions get in the way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So like emotions make logic seem kind of like obsolete because I feel some type of way. I'm mad.
Right. So
Or
I'm
I'm
going to
sad.
react.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
the
saying?
reaction
Right.
because of the emotion.
Right. Shout out
But
to
that's-
J Cup though. Shout out for those that are watching over on YouTube. Appreciate you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. For those watching here on TikTok, hit that follow button. Follow Syer. Man,
right.
my special co-host in the room today.
Now I don't think
But-
this is on my platform though. Right?
What? No, it's not live on your platform. No, but we
Right.
can do that though.
Skills are making me.
You know what I'm saying? In the future, so we
Yeah.
can both, we can stream it to your platform as well.
Well, this is my hold up. Yeah. Sire, I mean that's where I'm at.
But like I said, what was that?
That was my other phone. Are we talking to me?
Yeah, it's all good. But yeah, appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? We're working on almost 3 hours. We're about to kill this stream.
Right.
But I appreciate those that are still in the room watching.
So you know what?
Let's recap.
Well, before we go on to that, you know what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
This has basically been an experiment between me and Mr. Debonair over here. If you are still in the room, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how many is in here, but give us a suggestion on what you would like to see in the near future on what's popping with this particular show. Like would you like to see more controversial type of topics, conspiracy topics, gender-based topics, political topics, because we want to be able to have a discussion with more people in the room and get your ideas on what we could do to make the show better. So if you're still in the room, lay a comment down. It doesn't mean we have to always talk about what's on the prompt. We would rather it just become more of an organic conversation. And if you might hear something that you want to saying a rebuttal to, saying we encourage that. Now this is the first time that we ran this particular show, and this is the Debonair Show, the DNN network. But stay tuned in and try to give us some comments, drop some messages in the DM to let us know what you would like to see or actually talk about, and we'll try to fit that into the schedule.
Yeah, we're versatile, man. We know we got a lot of ideas what we want to bring out, but we would rather bring out content that you guys want to see.
Right. And if you don't, you're just gonna have to hear us talk about whatever we want to. We want to do that.
We just gonna hear us rambling on.
Yeah. Now listen, like all the things that I said doesn't necessarily mean it has to be that. It could be movies.
Yeah.
TV series that's coming out that you're interested in.
Matter of fact, before we get out of here, we got I'm gonna drop this at three hours. This is gonna be a 3-hour stream, man. I don't know who's gonna watch it afterward, but it is what it is. But anyway, Wonder Man, real quick. Wonder Man. I want to know, what do you think about Wonder Man? Did you see it? I mean, how do you feel? They dropped the whole season. All right. I guess, to get people, salivating over the show, but it left me empty. I mean, I do want to see another season. I'm not, all right. But from what I saw, it just wasn't enough.
Well, you know what? It left me
wanting more.
It did have me wanting, but it had me. It disappointed my expectations, but at the same time, it was a pleasant,
change,
entertaining type of joint. I expected a superhero Wonder Man.
Me too.
I expected some rumbling somewhere in there. I mean, I understood that, saying he was an actor and this, that, and the other, but I
Yeah,
didn't expect him not to want to be Wonder Man,
yeah.
but want to be Wonder Man in the TV show, if that makes any sense.
It did. It does. It
Yeah,
does.
so
And I agree.
yeah,
I think I had over it expectations. I wanted
I
to see,
did.
superpowers at its max.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
You almost had to wait to the end, the last episode.
the very last episode of the season to really get a little bit of action, and
Yeah.
that was disappointing.
Now,
Yeah,
I'll give Marvel this because I've noticed this trend with a couple of their television series that I watched. The first season usually be kind of slow,
yeah,
so I'm
and,
hoping that it builds
and I'm
up.
considering that. Okay,
Right, right. So like I'm because what was the one with the Scarlet Witch, WandaVision.
Oh yeah. I
Uh,
enjoyed that though.
yeah, I
Even
did too,
though
but
it was there was plenty of slow scenes that
I listened to, honestly, I really stopped watching it after like the second episode because I was if I
yeah,
wouldn't have gone back, I can't remember the reason why. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? I would have never,
I agree.
made season 2, 3, any of them. I was just like, this
I
is corny.
I agree. It started out super slow, and
Yeah.
like unless you were invested into those characters, you're really not going to continue to watch.
Yeah, because when it started off, it was on some old like
Yeah,
1960s type of sitcom joint. And and I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? This is like I Dream of Jeannie, Bewitched, such, blah, blah, blah. But
right,
then
right.
it was like, I'm not watching this.
But I knew, what I'm saying, that okay, these two characters have powers, extreme powers. So in some way, shape, form, they have to show their powers in this show. You know what I mean? So I said,
Yeah.
so that's what I was betting on. Okay. So I said that's why I continued to watch. But
Yeah.
yeah, it
We
was
talking about
disappointing. It was disappointing.
Wonder Man?
No. I'm talking about
WandaVision.
WandaVision. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was disappointing in the beginning,
Yeah.
but I was
Yeah.
anticipating,
It worked its way out. And it
it
wasn't
worked
that
out.
dope, even though, you know what I'm saying, it was decent. It wasn't dope. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
there really wasn't as much action as I would like, but the storyline made it all come into
Yeah.
place.
There was the one
Let
with the Hawkeye. I didn't watch that one either. It was too slow.
Mhm.
He had another one with the Echo. I didn't watch that.
Yes,
Yeah, I didn't watch that
yeah.
one either. I tried to. I couldn't get past the first one. They'd be too slow. But and then usually what happens, somebody be like, no, it was really decent, man. And I'd be like, for real. And then somehow I'll
And
go
then
back,
it makes you go back and watch it.
yeah, but I'd be
Yeah.
super bored and I watch it and I'd be like, oh, all right. So like if you're not capturing me at the beginning, I can imagine other people because I told you I was a geek, so like I used to read comic books. So of
Man,
course,
I
I'm
feel
drawn
you.
to that.
Yeah. Man, me too. Me too. So
So yeah, there
I
was a lot of
totally
stuff.
agree. So we have a lot to uncover, a lot to unpack, a lot
Yeah.
of movies, man, that we watch, the new movies and old movies that,
Right.
we can go back and unpack and talk about. So
Yeah, exactly. Like if you give, I'm gonna give my final quick
Final.
review of Wonder Man.
All right.
It was like a bromance between Wonder Man and the Mandarin.
In the Mandarin. Yeah, it definitely was.
That's what it was. It
It
was a Hollywood bromance
Yep.
on how an actor wanted to achieve a role,
Mhm.
and he did against all odds of having superpowers. You got to watch it. You got to watch it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just telling you, so you're not taking it aside. Don't expect Wonder Man to be beaten up on some other villain or something like that. It is really
No.
based upon him as a human who has superpowers, who wants to be an actor and star in a role that he can't if they find out that he has superpowers.
And
And his boy gives him the confidence to move forward.
yeah. I don't want to give too much away, but we pretty much have already. So if you haven't watched it, don't listen to us. But basically, the backstory is, anyone with superpowers can't be an actor. All right, because there was
Yeah. No, don't tell him. Don't tell him. Don't tell
all
him.
right, okay, all right.
Don't
I'm
tell him.
done.
Don't tell
I'm
him.
done.
That's
I'm done. I'm done.
what I told them was enough for them to be like, to not have expectations outside of what this movie or this TV series is about. All right. And each episode is very short. I think there's 1 hour one. The rest of them are like 28 minutes or something like that.
And I
Fast.
kind of appreciated that
Yes.
because it it was so drawn out and slow. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but yeah, so go ahead and watch it. You'll enjoy it.
Yeah, it's not that bad. It's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
And we'll come back. We'll tell you about some other joints. You know what I mean?
Most
That
definitely.
we like. That's like yada yada. We all hooked up on this now. So that's what's up. All right, look, hey man, my name's Sire Allman. Appreciate you having me on your show, King Debonair. Can't wait to hook up
Absolutely.
next time. Everybody in the chat, thanks for participating and putting your comments in, or just actually riding out with us. All right, you have a good one.
Nothing but love out here, y'all. Remember, do all the yada yada, the subscribes, follows, and the shares and the likes. We greatly appreciate it all. And we'll definitely be back with another one. All right. So if you like this, let us know. Leave it in the comments. All right. We appreciate it, y'all, for staying in it. For those that are still in the room, thank you.